It is time for Rich Rebel Sports on 98.3 KADQ and MyLocalRadio.com. Rebel Sports brought to you in part by the Rich School District, Evanston Regional Hospital, Ready, West Star Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign, the Come On In, the Station on Main, Les Schwab Plains Tire, Stacy's Repair, Summit Pizza, Little Springs Water, Bear Lake Memorial Hospital, Ellingford Brothers, Hometown Drive-In, the Town of Woodruff, T7 Propane, Bear Lake Realty, Independent Software Solutions, McKay Frankham DDS, and the Crawford Trough. Let's go to the Les Schwab Plains Tire broadcast booth and join the voice of the Rebels, Aaron Poling.
And welcome inside the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth as we begin 2023 Your Rebels varsity football team online at MyLocalRadio.com, as well as listening in on 98.3 KADQ. This game will be audio only because it is a state playoff. Unfortunately, we do not own the video streaming rights, but we will have an audio only coverage of this matchup for you, as it is the Rich Rebels taking on the Water Canyon Wildcats here at Zion Bank Stadium in Herriman, Utah, just south of Salt Lake. And what a beautiful, beautiful complex this is. I do wish we could have video just to show you my view for today. We are open air, out in the open. There's a roof over our head, of course, but it's a nice day for football. It's relatively warm for November, and it's just a beautiful day. You can see the mountains in the backdrop, the housing complex that have been developed around Zion's Bank Stadium. It's just a beautiful area and a great place to take in a football game. It is time for the Summit Pizza pregame show. As when we come back, we'll set the scene for today's matchup. You're watching the 2023 Rich Rebels varsity football team online at MyLocalRadio.com, as well as listening in on 98.3 KADQ.
When pizza is calling your name, order a Summit Pizza. With homemade dough and all fresh ingredients, every pizza is a culinary masterpiece. Owners Thad and Melissa Willis are rich high school alumni. They continue the Rebel tradition of excellence and service. Feed your taste buds, feel the happiness with a fresh homemade pizza from Summit Pizza. Don't forget the Doodles, a Summit Pizza original creation. Summit Pizza, 70 West Logan Road, Garden City.
Welcome to the town of Randolph, located in northern Utah. The first group of settlers came from St. Charles, Idaho in March of 1870. We are a town of great extremes, from 90 degrees in the summer to minus 40 degrees in the winter, and we hold the record for the coldest temperature ever recorded in Utah at minus 50 degrees. Randolph is a small, friendly community that strives to preserve our rural heritage and small town feel. Enjoy the feeling each time you visit Randolph. Go Rebels!
The tires you drive on matter. Tire quality and condition affect overall safety and how your vehicle performs. Having the right air pressure in your tires even affects gas mileage. Don't trust your tires to just anybody. Choose Freeway Tire to handle all your vehicle maintenance, including regular tire checks and rotation. When it comes to your vehicle, choose the team that really knows tires. Freeway Tire in Evanston. Stop in today.
Welcome back inside the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth in the middle of the 2023 Rich Rebels varsity football team online at MyLocalRadio.com, as well as listening in on 98.3 KADQ. It is time for the Little Springs Water scene set on the Summit Pizza pregame show, and for that, we're going to bring in my broadcast colleague, Rob Leifson. Rob, how you doing today?
Doing fantastic, Aaron.
Me too. It's a beautiful day. Weather's holding up. I mean, obviously it's November, so we're not going to get 75 and sunny, but, you know, for a November morning, it's pretty nice outside.
Well, last year's semifinal game was in Cedar City with about 6 or 7 inches of snow on the ground. So got to be better. It's only about 50 degrees out there because you get the early game. But beautiful game, or beautiful situation for a game.
Yeah, beautiful stadium as well. I was talking to a couple of the workers here that they use this as basically a multi-purpose complex anymore. But this is, of course, where the Monarchs, it's where their school is, their academy. That's the word I'm looking for, academy. And it's a beautiful facility, and got to imagine this is probably a great place to come and, you know, just play soccer for a living.
Well, the Rebels come in at 6-4. Water Canyon comes in at 5-4. And if you remember clear back to August 18th, Aaron, when it was sunny and warm in Randolph, these two matched up, and a lot has happened in between. But Rich came away with that first win, 48-6.
Yeah, the Rebels, of course, 3-0 in eight-man football. The one key to look out for, but we're going to get into our keys to the game eventually, but one thing to look out for is how do they transition back into eight-man? It's always interesting to see how it goes just because the transition to 11-man doesn't seem like I don't want to say a struggle, but, you're adding more players to the field where here you're taking players away. What do you think is going to be the key for them to transition back to eight-man football?
You got to be on your toes for the substitutions. Thank you. Couldn't think of the word.
It's early morning for everyone.
Because there's going to be some times when if that doesn't happen on time, you're going to get a penalty or going to give somebody a free play. I think that's going to be key as well, not only today but next week as well if you move on. Because talking to Coach Lex Cornea from the defensive side of the ball, it wasn't as smooth as he thought it should be in practice this week, and they needed to make some adjustments because of that.
Well, we'll see how those adjustments pan out as when we come back, we will hear from head coach of the Rich Rebels varsity football team, Tyson Larson, as you're watching the 2023 Rebels online at mylocalradio.com, as well as listening in on 98.3 KDQ.
When you have an emergency, choose Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. Open 24/7, the professional emergency room staff is trained for trauma, medical, cardiac, pediatric, orthopedic, and obstetric emergencies. Bear Lake Memorial is a critical access level 3 trauma center, offering immediate access to radiology, lab services, surgery, and internal medicine consults. The ER teams are well-trained professionals who are ready to act. When you have an emergency, Bear Lake Memorial Hospital, the most caring hospital on earth.
The team at T7 Propane in Woodruff is always cheering for the Rich Rebels, in sports, in the classroom, and in life. For quality professional propane service, call T7 Propane in Woodruff, 435-793-4208. When you're hungry for an amazing breakfast, just like Grandma used to make, visit our bakery on Main Street in Randolph. We hand make fresh pastries for you to enjoy. Supporting the Rich Rebels and thanking you for your business, visit our bakery today.
When you need automotive service on your car, truck, semi, or tractor, call Clay and the team at J-Bar Auto in Randolph. J-Bar Auto also offers competitive pricing on tires for all vehicles. Call or stop by J-Bar Auto today.
When you have an emergency, choose Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. Open 24/7, the professional emergency room staff is trained for trauma, medical, cardiac, pediatric, orthopedic, and obstetric emergencies. Bear Lake Memorial is a critical access level 3 trauma center, offering immediate access to radiology, lab services, surgery, and internal medicine consults. The ER teams are well-trained professionals who are ready to act. When you have an emergency, Bear Lake Memorial Hospital, the most caring hospital on earth.
Ready is committed to providing superior services to our customers by requiring individual accountability for excellence in quality, safety, and dependability. We are a growing company that is currently hiring across Wyoming, Colorado, Texas, Nevada, Idaho, and elsewhere. Our valued team members receive competitive wages, full benefits, and weekly pay. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
Success doesn't come by accident. Success requires hard work, perseverance, learning, sacrifice, and believing in yourself. Eddie and Todd Jensen established the Mound Valley Cattle Company in Thatcher, Idaho on these very principles. The students, staff, athletes, and coaches at Rich High School value these same fundamentals in education and activities, in athletics, and in life. Good luck, Rebels, from Mound Valley Cattle Company, serving customers in Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming since 1997.
When participating in sports, there's always a lot to talk about performing at the top of your game. I'd like to expand on that and ask, how about performing at the top of your game in every part of your life? This is Dr. Todd Hoover with Hoover Chiropractic. I offer solutions to help improve all aspects of your game called life. Pain management, migraines, allergies, emotional release, nutritional supplements based on blood tests, and improved athletic performance. To help you perform at the top of your game every day, call today to schedule an appointment in Evanston or in Kemmer. Hoover Chiropractic, 307-789-0043.
You're the head coach of the Rich Rebels varsity football team. That's Coach Tyson Larson. Coach Larson, how you doing today?
Doing great. How are you, Aaron?
Pretty good. So you guys are preparing for the state semifinals game against Water Canyon. What's the vibe like around the team?
You know, it's really good. We had a really good week last week, just focusing on us and really helping kids realize that you got to enjoy the heck out of these last couple weeks because they're not guaranteed. I hope we have 2 weeks of football left, but they know that there's only one guaranteed. But I think kids are more, rather than moping and sad about it, I think they're just excited to go out and play. And I think some of the kids were just seeing how the volleyball team, you can tell they felt really bad about not achieving what they wanted. And so I think that's almost pushed some of our boys to hopefully realize that can happen to us too.
So you guys had the bye week last week and had a good week of practice. Was the bye help transitioning back to 8-man? Did you like having the bye?
You know, I think I did. I think it was useful and helpful to just give kids a break, and we still tried to do a lot of things to keep excitement up and to keep kids ready and focused and motivated. But I was excited to see just to let kids kind of just relax and play loose for 1 week because it was a grind there. We had several weeks in a row where we dropped a couple of them too, and you could tell the vibe was hard to keep kids really excited and working hard. Like, they're fantastic, but you could just tell that it was maybe a little harder because they were just a little bit down about some of it at some point. But I think we're good and our vibe's good, and I think the kids have some good swag left and they're ready to go again.
So you guys are playing Water Canyon on Friday. It's a team you guys played week 1. What did you learn about them in your week 1 matchup?
Well, we've actually talked about this on film too. I thought we did really well, fantastic that first half, and then one of our big struggles is making sure we always maintain it in the second half. And we did fine, but that second half they came out and punched us in the mouth and drove all the way down on our starting guys. We didn't have younger guys in yet, and so that's been our message to them is, guys, they're motivated, and I promise they're going to come in knowing that they can move the ball on us because they did. And I think that's our kids just hopefully will take offense to that when that happened and they moved the ball all over us in that second half. So I'm hoping that if we can play next week like we did the first half and not the second half, I'm not too worried. And I think we'll see good things. But if we come out low and they come out high, then they could smack us in the mouth and make it a game.
What have you learned from last year, transitioning from 11-man back to 8-man for the playoffs that you can apply to this year?
I've thought a lot about this because I think we're going to be better than last year, just trying to figure out because there's obviously different formations, but also people do different things in 8-man, not just formations. Obviously, instead of 4-4 and 3-3, like there's less backers in D-line to block, and same thing on defense. There's different, alignments to get used to and noticing when a guard might be eligible. I'm hoping that the experience will figure it out, and I think just coaching-wise, we've learned a few things that we definitely did not do well in the past. We were not as prepared as we should have been last year for some things. I think we just went from 11-man back to 8-man, feeling like it was going to roll the same again, and it didn't. And so we've tried to look in the mirror and look at some of our playbook and how we can tweak things given what defenses give us and what other opposing teams' offenses as well give us.
You guys will be successful this week if you do what?
If we play with energy and play excited and get after it.
We want to thank Coach Tyson Larson for being a part of today's Bear Lake Memorial Hospital Coaches Show on the Summit Pizza pregame show. Unfortunately, we try not to ask coaches from opposing teams for interviews during the playoffs just because they're preparing for so much. When we come back, we'll have some keys to today's matchup as well as meet your 2023 Rich Rebels varsity football team as you're watching those Rebels online at mylocalradio.com as well as on 98.3 KADQ.
When you're experiencing pain from an injury or pain for an unknown reason, it can negatively impact how you function every day. It's good to know that individually supervised physical therapy is available at Evanston Regional Hospital. From athletes to seniors, we assist patients with personalized treatment plans. We offer a broad range of therapies including cardiac rehab, post-surgical rehab, concussion recovery, and sports rehab. Ask your family doctor if physical therapy is right for you or call one of our therapy departments directly. Evanston Regional Hospital, helping you get your life back.
At the Evanston Walmart, you'll find all the tools students need to succeed. Our team is committed to providing quality products and an excellent shopping experience. Stop in today. 125 North 2nd Street, Evanston. Walmart. Save money, live better.
The town of Garden City is home to beautiful Bear Lake, where families play together. We welcome you to Garden City and invite you to visit bearlake.org for places to explore and information on upcoming events year-round. The town of Garden City welcomes you as we cheer on the Rich Rebels.
Quality is the one thing that you can always count on when you do business with Ellingford Brothers in Evanston. You always get high-quality products and friendly, knowledgeable service at Ellingford's. Stop in today, 199 County Road, Evanston.
Welcome back inside the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth as we got a visitor in the form of Trey Walker. Getting to talk to him is a real cool moment. Of course, he is here supporting the Rich Rebel skipping class, as I hope a lot of people are skipping class to watch the game as the coin flip is coming up, as they do that at midfield to try to keep you updated. But it's time for your Ellingford Brothers Keys Today matchup. For all your sand, cement, and gravel needs, call Ellingford Brothers at 800-789-1511. And for that, we turn it over to Rob Leifson.
Well, we talked about it a little bit earlier, Aaron. Timely personnel substitutions, and I think that bodes well for the Rebels because of the depth. You can bring in a lot of players that have had experience as we've been playing 11-man, but those need to be happening quickly and at the right time. Number two would be big plays, not only executing big plays, but not giving up the big plays on defense. And the third key, I would say, is memory loss. And unfortunately, I can say I have a little bit of experience with that on a regular basis, but it's been clear since the 18th of August that these two teams have met, and I think the Rebels need to forget about that game and play this one as if
you don't know who they are.
It's the semifinal football. And you don't know who these guys are because it's not the same Water Canyon team and it's not the same Rich Rebel team that met in August.
Yeah, absolutely. You hit the nail on the head. That was my key to the game was basically, you can learn from the playbook from the last game. You can learn all that type of stuff, but you can't come in expecting to win because you won week one. I mean, I think they can take a lesson from last year. Obviously, Monticello, Rebels beat them the first time, lost to them the second time. But, they come out and they play well, and if they play their game, I think this is going to be a good opportunity for the Rebels to punch their ticket to the state championship game, but they got to come out and play, and they got to play well.
Rebels won the toss, Aaron. Well, I don't know who won the toss, but the Rebels are going to get the kickoff to start the first half.
And that is your Ellingford Brothers Keys Today's matchup. When we come back, we'll meet your 2023 Rich Rebels cheerleaders as well as the 2023 Rich Rebels football team. You're watching those Rebels online at mylocalradio.com as well as listening in on 98.3 KADQ.
When you need to hire a semi, Sabey Trucking in Woodruff, Utah is the place to call. Scott and Diana Sabey have been serving customers across the nation since 2007. It's important to know that your loads are being handled professionally by honest, reliable drivers. The team at Sabey Trucking reminds you, safety first. Don't text and drive. For all your long haul and short haul needs, get it there safely and on time. Call today, Sabey Trucking, 435-503-0454.
Sage Lundgren, I'm a senior and I'm a main base. I'm Zaylee Stocking, I'm a senior and I'm a main base. I'm Joss Ennis, I'm a flyer and I'm a junior. I'm Jasmine Erickson, I'm a junior and I back spot.
Hi, I'm Camry Call, I'm a junior and I'm a back spot.
Hi, I'm Hillary Rex, I'm a junior and I'm a main base. Hi, I'm Peyton Clough, I'm a junior and I'm a flyer. I'm Avery Weston, I'm a sophomore and I'm a side base. I'm Carly England, I'm a sophomore and I'm a flyer. I'm Ashlyn Stevens, I'm a sophomore and I'm a flyer. Hi, I'm Bryn Christensen, a freshman and a side base. I'm Tessa Sidaway, a freshman and a side base.
Those are your 2023 Rich Rebels cheerleaders. As when we come back, we'll meet the 2023 Rich Rebels football team.
When pizza is calling your name, order a Summit Pizza. With homemade dough and all fresh ingredients, every pizza is a culinary masterpiece. Owners Thad and Melissa Willis are Rich High School alumni. They continue the Rebel tradition of excellence and service. Feed your taste buds, feel the happiness with a fresh homemade pizza from Summit Pizza. Don't forget the Doodles, a Summit Pizza original creation. Summit Pizza, 70 West Logan Road, Garden City.
You hear that? That's the sound your new water makes just before it gets to your bottle. You see, at Little Spring Water, they don't add a thing. It's the purest, cleanest, and healthiest water you could possibly drink. It's nature in a bottle. Little Spring Water is a family-owned and operated bottled water company right here in Utah. Nestled in a beautiful canyon in Bear Lake, this spring has been in the family for 5 generations, and now it can be in yours as well. It's high-quality premium drinking water packaged in a durable, recyclable bottle that won't spill or crack on you and can be refilled multiple times. No chemicals, no additives, just pure, clean, healthy water. And because Little Spring Water is local, you can get it at a fraction of the cost. Look for Little Spring Water at a grocery store near you. If you don't see it, ask your grocer for it by name. Little Spring Water. It's nature in a bottle.
Carter Grohl, sophomore, running back, linebacker.
Noah Perry, senior, running back, DN.
Samuel Leifson, junior, running back and cornerback.
Jaden Dash, senior, receiver, and DB. Jet Holmes, sophomore, quarterback and linebacker.
Carter Hoffman, junior, linebacker, and the quarterback.
Kason Johnson, senior, receiver, and cornerback.
Zenick Stocking, junior, safety, wide receiver.
Braden Lutz, senior, linebacker and running back. Dylan Walsden, wide receiver, DB, sophomore.
My name is Jeremy Garcia. I'm going to be a senior and I play linebacker and running back.
Antonio Maldonado, junior, outside backer, quarterback.
Hudson Perry, freshman, running back, safety.
Greg Weston, junior, running back and outside linebacker.
Riker Hoffman, junior, strong safety and running back.
Daniel Smith, junior, DB and wide receiver.
Jasper Johnson, freshman, running back, linebacker.
Kel Argyle, freshman, fullback and linebacker.
Cade Nelson, sophomore, center, defensive tackle.
Kason Huffaker, senior, D tackle, right guard.
Jordan Johnson, junior, left guard, defensive tackle. Boston Jolly, sophomore, right guard and defensive nose guard.
Easton Eborn, sophomore, guard and tackle.
Rylan Goff, freshman, offensive tackle and defensive end.
I'm Bodie O'Mealy. I'm a freshman, an offensive tackle and a defensive end.
I'm Talon Pace. I am a junior. I play center, guard, and tackle on offense, and then on defense I play D tackle and end.
I'm Carter Stokes. I'm in 11th grade, and I play D-line and offensive line. I'm Colby Stokes. I'm a junior. I play offensive line and D-line.
I'm Jack Bell. I'm a senior. I play defensive line and offensive line.
I'm Bailey Weston. I'm a freshman. I play offensive line and defensive line.
I'm Carson Muirbrook. I'm a senior, and I play offensive and defensive line.
Aiden Weston, receiver and cornerback.
I'm Jadix Chandler. I am a junior this year, and my position is right guard.
My name is Wilkes Weston. I'm a freshman this year, and I play quarterback and linebacker.
Jack Wakefield, sophomore, offensive defensive lineman.
Paxton Nicodemus, wide receiver safety, 9th grade.
Riker Kirk. I'm going to be a sophomore, and my position is a running back.
Hi, my name is Connor Carrillo. I'm in 9th grade, and I play corner and wide receiver.
My name is Taggart Stewart, and I'm in 9th grade, and I play corner and wide receiver.
Welcome back inside the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth as we head to our, well, what is going to be called our live cam for the day. We are about ready to go. Rebels will get the ball first as the Black Eyed Peas welcome the Rebels to 8-man playoff football this year, as is their first contest of the postseason. They seem like they are ready to go as they hit the field. Water Canyon will kick off. Rebels will get the ball first in the first half. Rob, what do you want to see out of this first drive?
The execution and no mistakes, and the sunshine has arrived. It is almost got the sidelines covered, but it's got the middle of the field. I want to see a nice, smooth offense as they adjust back to 8-man.
Kicking off for the Water Canyon Wildcats, number 33, Carter Steed. He approaches the ball. It is in the air, lands at the Rebel 25-yard line where Hudson Perry picks it up at the 20. He's going to try the left side, cuts up the middle across the 30. Still on his feet across the 30 to the 40 as Hudson Perry, the freshman, gets the Rebels off and running with a great return. First and 10 Rebels from just inside their own 45-yard line. Here comes the Rebels offense as I think this is where offensively the adjustment to 8-man, not having those safeties on the field, the extra safety, the extra linebackers, I think that's where the biggest adjustment is going to come. As it'll be first and 10 Rebels, ball placed on the 43, their own 43. Hoffman lines up in the gun, empty backfield. He's going to send 3 receivers to the right, Noah Perry lined up on the left side of the formation as a tight end. As Hoffman gets a snap, drops back, looks to throw, has time, plenty of time. Surveys, fires, has a man downfield. It's Riker Hoffman, incomplete as he drops the ball at the Water Canyon 40-yard line. As that, you don't want to see the drop, Rob, but the time that Carter had to throw that ball, you'll love to see that.
Yep, he's not had that much time, probably in the last 4 drops as he's dropped back to pass in the 11-man for sure.
It's going to be 2nd and 10, ball placed at the Rebel 43. Hoffman under center. Noah Perry, the deep back. Got 2 receivers split to the top of the screen on the right side of the field, 1 to the left. Hoffman gets the snap. It's going to be a quarterback keeper around the left side, out across the 45 to the 50. Cuts up out across the Water Canyon 45 before he's hauled down at the Water Canyon 41. Good enough for a Rebels first down. 1st and 10 Rebels coming up after the good run there from Hoffman. And it's that fullback option that the Rebels run right there that they run so well in 8-man. Picks up big yardage there.
He made the fake to Noah Perry, and Noah got hit immediately, but Carter was already off to the races.
Ball spotted at the Water Canyon 41. Hoffman under center. Noah Perry, the deep back. They've got Desch one-on-one to the far side. Here comes the 5-line formation. They call it the Big Ugly formation. They give to Perry. It's a fumble. It's on the ground, picked up by the Wildcats, as that could not happen for the Rebels. It's unfortunate there because if they're able to hold on to that, I think Carter's got some space to run. Instead, it'll be Water Canyon football on their own side of the 50. Rebels defense will have to come up big here. That's not what you want to see in the first drive for the Rebels. Here comes that Wildcat offense. Johnson under center. He's got 2 receivers to the right, 1 back in the backfield. Gets the snap. They're going to throw it right away. Looks like a double pass, and it is, and he is going to be wrapped up and sacked. Rebels defense was ready for some trickery. Riker Hoffman with the sack inside the Water Canyon 40. Ball will be placed at the Water Canyon 37-yard line. Huge play defensively.
And I saw exactly where he was looking, Aaron, and thank goodness for number 3. Samuel Leifson had that receiver completely covered, which gave the sack an opportunity.
That's a great defensive play for the Rebels, as here comes the Wildcats in the gun. Johnson has a back next to him, gets the snap, and they're going to hand. Actually, Johnson keeps up the middle, gets to about the 40-yard line. Gain of a yard on the play. That's going to bring up 3rd down and about 17 for the Water Canyon offense.
Carson Muirbrook and Drake Weston on the tackle.
Water Canyon going quickly. That back in the backfield. It looks like it's David Barlow, the senior. In the pistol formation, Johnson has the receiver to his right, gets the snap. They're going to hand it on the end around to number 12, Ryan Barlow, and he's going to run out of room as he's going to lose yardage. Great start for this Rebels defense after the turnover, Rob. This is exactly what the Rebels needed defensively, as you got to imagine they forced a punt there as it's 4th and double sticks, 4th and about 21. As Johnson will punt for the Wildcats. He does quite a bit for this Water Canyon team. Riker Hoffman stands at his own 25, back deep to return. Johnson gets the snap, punts it away from his own 30. That's a low line drive, lands at the Rebel 30-yard line. Is going to roll to about the 20-yard line, inside the 20 to the 19, as Johnson pins the Rebels at their own 18. That's a good punt there from the former Rich student, Johnny Johnson. That's a very good punt that backs the Rebels way up.
A lot different field position than when they started on the first drive.
But that's a heck of a job by the defense, especially with a trick play. Trick plays can go either way. You're either going to pick up, a big chunk play, or they can go for losses like that. See what the Rebels can come up with offensively. They were moving the ball pretty well, just happened to fumble on their 3rd play of the drive. As they're going to get a flag on the play. My guess is too many men on the field. They broke the huddle with 9.
Yeah, it was one of the keys we talked about, Aaron. That's one of the adjustments, going from 11 back down to 8.
That'll make it 1st and 15. Rebels will have to get all the way to their own 28-yard line for a first down. Hoffman under center. Perry the deep back. It's that 5 lineman formation as they're going to give to Riker Hoffman, the deep back on motion. Makes the move at the 15, out across the 20 as he picks up the penalty yardage back and 3. Give him a gain of 7 on the play. That'll bring up 2nd down and a more manageable 8 for the Rebel offense. Ball spotted at the Rebel 21 in the middle of the field, as here comes that Big Ugly formation again. 5 linemen. Actually make that 6 linemen across the front. No, that is 5, excuse me. Snap, give to Drake Weston across the right side, out across the 25, makes a man miss, reaches out, and he is near that first down marker. It'll depend on the spot as he's taken down at about the 28-yard line, and they are going to give him the first down. Great job by the Rebels erasing that penalty and picking up the first down. It'll be 1st and 10 Rebels from inside their own 28-yard line. Good run there from Drake Weston.
Yeah, had good vision as he saw that hole and cut to the outside.
Clock winds under 9:03 left to play. Rebels break the huddle. They're going to send Noah Perry in motion. They give to Noah across the right side, out across the 30 to the 35. Still on his feet, rumbling forward, out across the 38-yard line. Good enough for a Rebel first down as Noah Perry just kept his legs moving, was able to gain 10 yards on the play. Another 1st and 10 for the Rebels coming up.
Yeah, that was all power from Noah. He made contact probably 3 yards into the run, but went another 7.
I guess I lied. I guess it's going to be 2nd and an inch maybe as that ball looks awfully close to the marker, but I think the Rebels don't mind the 2nd and 1 as Hoffman comes out under center, sends Noah Perry in motion from top to bottom, gives to Noah across the right side, cuts upfield out across the 40, still on his feet before he's hauled down by a whole host of Wildcat tacklers. That's a run to the 42-yard line. Good enough for a Rebel first down.
Number 7, Aaron Barlow for Water Canyon with the tackle.
1st and 10 Rebels, ball at their own 42. As the Rebels having a little trouble getting into the huddle as they almost had too many men again. Rebels break the huddle. Noah Perry the deep back. They got 5 linemen across the front. They have Jaden Desch one-on-one at the top of the screen if they choose to go there. Hoffman gets the snap. As he fakes to Perry, Noah Perry had a hold of that ball, was not going to give that up as Hoffman was trying to keep it. But, after the first fumble, you don't necessarily mind seeing that as Perry goes down behind the line of scrimmage, as they've been able to move the ball pretty well. You just don't want to turn it over again there. Rebels keep control of the ball. 2nd and 12. That was a good play there by the Water Canyon defense.
Exactly. Number 35, Zach Keat, was the man who met both Carter and Noah as they were trying to make the exchange.
Rebels line up. They still have 5 offensive linemen out on the field. Technically, that's 3 linemen and 2 tight ends. As they get the snap, it's going to be Hoffman across the right side, out across the 45 to about the 46. That'll bring up 3rd down and about 7 for the Rebels offense.
Number 7, Aaron Barlow, finishes Carter off on that one.
Got to imagine the Rebels have 2 downs to pick up 6 yards here. As I'd be curious to see what they're averaging per play. They are moving the ball pretty well, so you got to imagine they're going to go offensively, try to pick this up, obviously, on this down, but if they need to, they'll go to 4th down. Rebels fake the handoff to Perry. They throw to Desch out across the 40, across the 50 to the 45 as Desch has the first down. A quick little play action, pass fake. Jaden Desch makes the play. 1st and 10 Rebels with 6:30 left to go in the first quarter as this drive has eaten up 3 minutes so far as the Rebels enter Water Canyon territory. 1st and 10 Rebels. And right there, we talked about the difference between 8-man and 11-man. 11-man, there might be a linebacker there in that hole for that throw. At 8-man, there's nobody there. Good pitch and catch there. Hoffman to Desch. Rebels pick up the first. It'll be 1st and 10. Ball spotted at the Water Canyon 44. 5 offensive linemen on the field. Noah Perry the deep back. Drake Weston's going to line up as a wing back in the slot. Hoffman under center. 5 to go on the play clock. They're able to get the snap off to give to Weston around the left side. He cuts up the field out across the 40. Nearly makes a man miss. Drake would have been off to the races if he made that tackle or missed. That was a good tackle there. Xander Wright, the freshman, makes the play, or else that was 6, Drake Weston.
Yeah, wrapped up his ankles. Perfect tackle.
Tackled at the 38-yard line. It'll bring up 2nd and 5 as the Rebels are going to pull 2 of their tight ends off the field. See what they line up here. They're going to line 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Noah Perry is the back in the backfield. Hoffman in the shotgun. They're going to send Riker Hoffman in motion. We're going to get a false start penalty on the offense. It'll back them up 5 yards. I'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Second penalty on the Rebels for a total of 10 yards so far.
It'll be 2nd and 9. 5:19 left to go in the first quarter. We're still tied 0-0. Rebels turned it over on their first possession, forced a 3 and out. Now they have the ball in Water Canyon territory at the Water Canyon 48-yard line. Need to get to the make that. We'll adjust that in a moment as Hoffman runs the option, pitches it to Perry at about the 45. Perry out across the 40 to nearly the 38-yard line. Actually, they're going to mark him at the 39. It'll be 1st and 10. Or excuse me, it'll be 3rd and 6, sorry. Rebels offense faces 3rd down for the 2nd time on this drive. Hoffman in the gun. He's got 2 receivers left, one to his right, Perry the back. Send a man in motion. They're going to give it to Riker Hoffman. He's got plenty of space out across the 30 to the 20. Cuts upfield to the 10. Touchdown, Rebels! The Rebels run the jet sweep to the right side. Riker Hoffman makes a man miss in space. Rebels go up 6-0 on the Station on Main scoreboard with 4:49 left to go here in the first quarter. And I think that was the play they were going to run on the false start. Rebels go right back to it, pick up the touchdown pending the PAT. 6-0 Rebels.
You can credit Daniel Smith for making that block on the outside that gave Riker just the other little bit of space he needed to get into the end zone.
Deshawn for the point after. Noah Perry to snap. Hoffman to hold. As here comes Jack Bell late to the formation. Snap, high, hold good, kick on the way, and the Rebels are on top, 7-0 on the Station on Main scoreboard as you're listening to the 2023 Rich Rebels varsity football team online at mylocalradio.com, as well as listening in on 98.3 KDQ.
Great signage is an important component to any successful business. It lets your customers know they have arrived at your doors, and it's a constant advertisement of who you are. When you install LED signage, you're taking it one step further. The ability to create color messages that move is an attention grabber. Plus, you can change the message whenever you would like. Make your business stand out with an LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign, providing service, installation, and maintenance on all signage. Rocky Mountain Sign, licensed in Wyoming and Utah. Call today for a quote, 307-789-5202.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plain Stars broadcast booth in the middle of the 2023 Rich Rebels varsity football team online at mylocalradio.com, as well as listening in on 98.3 KDQ. Rebels on top, 7-0 after the Riker Hoffman 38-yard touchdown reception, technically, because they pitched the ball forward on the jet sweep motion as Jaden Desch gets the whistle, ball placed at the 40, and we are ready to go. Kick is in the air, low line drive, as that's going to go over the head of the deep returner Cook into the end zone for a touchback, as the Wildcats will start at the 20-yard line, 1st and 10.
Should mention, Aaron, Water Canyon is missing a couple key players that have been injured during the season, and that, as we mentioned, changes the format and changes the makeup of your team in a huge way.
1st and 10, Wildcats. Johnson under center. He's got two back. He's got in the I formation. So it looks like that's big number 72. Jensen drops back to pass, throws, has a man out there that is nearly intercepted by Jaden Desch. Incomplete as that ball falls to the turf at the Water Canyon 45-yard line. Great defensive play there from Desch. Brings up 2nd and 10. Interesting formation for the Wildcats. That last play, they had big number 72, Fred Jessup, as the fullback, as he is a load to bring down. I formation again. Wildcats run play action. They're going to throw a screen as that is incomplete. Great play there by, I believe that's Riker Hoffman, having himself quite the first quarter as he was there to diagnose the screenplay, breaks it up, bring up 3rd and 10. You know, the Rebels, they've run a couple play action plays so far. The Rebels have been very disciplined in not leaving too early. It also helps that Water Canyon hasn't run the ball on 1st down yet. I formation. We've got 5 linemen across, so 2 tight ends, 1 on each side. They get the snap, play action pass. Johnson looks to throw. That is going to fall incomplete as that pass lands at the Water Canyon 30-yard line. It'll bring up 4th and 10, and decision time for the Wildcats. Got to imagine they're going to punt this one away as Johnson looks like he's backing up deep.
He got away a good punt last time. The Rebels are going to get much better field position out of this one than they did the last punt.
Credit Jet Holmes in coverage on that last pass play. He was in the hip pocket of the intended receiver. Back deep to receive for the Rebels, standing at his own 40, Riker Hoffman, as Johnson gets the punt away. This one's going to land at the Water Canyon 45. Take a Rebels hop as Desch runs underneath it, catches it to the 40, cuts back upfield out across the 30, still on his feet, and he goes down. He's wrapped up by 4 Water Canyon Wildcats. Good recognition there by Desch. That ball bounced high enough. No one was around him. He's going to take that one as he was the up man in the return formation. 1st and 10 Rebels from the 30-yard line of the Wildcats. 4:24 left to go in the first quarter.
Water Canyon runs only about 20 seconds off the clock with those 3 incomplete passes. That was a great move by Desch. He saw Drake Weston was trying to make a block, and that ball bounced right to him.
And the play clock runs down. Rebels are going to call a timeout as there's a little bit of confusion there on the play. And we're going to take a timeout as well as you're watching the 2023 Your Troubles varsity football team online at mylocalradio.com as well as listening in on 98.3 KDQ.
Precision, the quality, condition, or fact of being exact and accurate.
Precision is important. Scoring the next point, making the perfect shot, getting the best score. And when you think of your dentist, you want precision to be the first word that comes to mind. That's why patients are so pleased with Dr. McKay Frankum. He provides precision family dentistry at reasonable prices to every patient. Dr. McKay Frankum, call today for an appointment.
Call Dr. McKay Frankum at 789-8910.
Welcome back inside the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth in the middle of the 2023 Rich Rebels varsity football team online at mylocalradio.com. 4:24 left to go in the first quarter. Rebels send 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Hoffman in the gun, Perry the back next to him. Hoffman looking to pass, looks left, steps, fires. That is low as Desch nearly snagged that one off of his shins, incomplete. Would have had a lot of room to run. Bring up 2nd and 10.
Defending on the play for the Wildcats.
I liked the formation there, Aaron, but I was kind of confused because they had Jaden Desch and Jet Holmes lined up behind him, who is the backup quarterback. I was expecting a little trickery to throw it to Jet to see if he could put a ball in the air, but instead Jaden cut across the middle of the field, just a little low on the pass.
They used Jet to kind of clear room so that way Jaden can run that drag route across the field. Rebels get the snap. Carter Hoffman's going to throw a shovel pass inside to Drake Weston as the Rebels pulling some tricks out of their bag. They're going to pick up 7 out across the 25 to about the 23. Or they're going to mark him down to the 24 as Weston with the reception. 6-yard reception on the play. 3rd and about 4 on the play. Got to imagine 4-down territory again for the Rebels. Clock winds under 4 minutes left to go. Rebels on top 7-0 on the station on main scoreboard. I'm Aaron Poling, joined by Rob Leifson. Thank you for joining us as we are in the 8-man state semifinals. First matchup. Winner of this matchup will play the winner of Monticello Altamont after us. Hoffman gets a snap looking to pass as he throws to the outside, and that is caught. What a catch that was by Drake Weston as Aaron Barlow had his hands all over the ball, deflected it as Weston was able to make the catch, but he was short of the first down marker. It brings up 4th and 1. See what the Rebels decide to do here. You got to imagine they're going to go for this one. They got to get the ball to the Water Canyon 20-yard line. It is on the right hash, directly on that 21-yard line. A full yard to go for the Rebels offense. They send 2 receivers left, 1 to the right, as Noah Perry's the deep back, Hoffman under center. 3-man line. As Hoffman gets the snap, he's going to give to Perry up the middle. He has the first down and more out across the 20 to about the 17-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 Rebels, as the Rebels do a great job there converting 4th and 1.
By number 7, Aaron Barlow, and 72, Fred Jessup.
Here comes the Rebels, what I think they term as the Big Ugly formation, as they send in 3 linemen, 2 tight ends, who would be your tackles on 11-man football. Rebels break the huddle. Hoffman under center. I believe that's Hudson Perry, the deep back. They send Riker Hoffman in motion. They're going to give to Riker across the right side, out across the 25 before a flag is thrown. We'll see what the flag is. Gain of about 3 on the play, or it's going to be holding against the Rebels. White Hat wasted very little time letting us know that call.
3rd penalty on the Rebels for a total of 20 yards, but that one hurts, 10 yards.
Rebels have to get the ball to the Water Canyon 9-yard line for a first down, as they're going to be backed up to the 24.
26, I think.
26, yeah, you're correct, sorry. Rebels break the huddle. Looks like they're coming out in the I formation. Perry, the fullback. Drake Weston, the deep back. Hoffman under center. Gets the snap. They're going to hand to Weston across the left side. Gets to the outside. Cuts it back upfield. Still on his feet across the 20. Out across the 17 to about the 16-yard line as they pick up all of that penalty yardage back and more on first down. They'll bring up 2nd down and 9. And when you're behind the sticks like that, a play like that on first down, Rob, is huge.
Yeah, it was a great cutback again by Drake. Good vision as he looks upfield and sees where the hole is.
2nd down and 9. Hudson Perry splits out to the right. 5-man line as Noah Perry, the deep back. Hoffman's going to keep it. Cuts back upfield. Has some space. Makes something out of nothing as he reaches out across the 10-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd and short as that play looked like it was blown up in the backfield, but Carter Hoffman just used his legs to turn nothing into something as they're actually going to mark him short of the 10 at the 11. It'll be 3rd down and 3 for the Rebel offense at the Water Canyon 11-yard line.
Nice pickup of 5 yards by Carter. Again, making positive yardage out of a bad situation.
Rebels are well within field goal range, but you got to imagine early in the game they're probably going to want to go for this one as the play clock winds down into 5. Rebels got to go quickly as Hoffman sends Riker Hoffman in motion. They fake it to him, looking to pass, throw to the end zone, caught by Desch. Touchdown Rebels as Jaden Desch catches the 11-yard touchdown pass from Carter Hoffman. Hoffman's 2nd TD pass of the day. Rebels are on top. 13-0 on the Station on Main scoreboard, pending the extra point with 57 seconds left to go in the first quarter.
Make that touchdown number 10 reception for Jaden Desch this year.
Make that number 4 against Water Canyon alone, as he had 3 the first time they played. As Desch will kick the extra point. Noah Perry to snap. Carter Hoffman to hold. Snap's good, hold good. Kick is low off the line, no good. As Desch got on top of that one. With 57 seconds left to go in the first quarter, Rebels on top 13-0 on the Station on Main scoreboard. As I'm Aaron Poling, that's Rob Leifson. We're going to keep it right here, and we're going to recap this first quarter as the Rebels got the ball to start. They were marching it downfield, unfortunately turned it over in Water Canyon territory after a fumble. Water Canyon goes 3 and out as the Rebels get the ball at their own 18-yard line, march it down the field to finish it off with a touchdown pass to Riker Hoffman, as I think that was a 39-yard touchdown pass. Rebels kick it away. Water Canyon goes 3 and out again. Rebels offense, better field position this time, starting at the Water Canyon 30. They march it down, and the 11-yard touchdown pass caps it off. Of course, the PAT was missed, and that is why we're at 13-0 here with 57 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Rob, what have you liked about the start?
Well, other than the fumble and a couple penalties, that's what you anticipated from the Rebels, so the offense is clicking.
Desch to kick it away, as that's going to be returned by Koch. He drops it at the 15-yard line, picks it back up, looking for some space, cuts across the left, trying to get to the outside, being chased down as Hudson Perry knocks it out, but it's going to roll out of bounds. Water Canyon avoids disaster. What a play by Hudson Perry, though, to punch at the ball. It'll be 1st and 10 Wildcats, depends on the spot.
Give it to them on their own 20.
As the Rebels nearly force a turnover there. It will be 1st and 10 from the Water Canyon 20-yard line.
Only 6 plays of offense so far for the Wildcats.
It's a perfect game for the Rebels defense so far. Johnson in the gun. It's Cook next to him. They give to Cook across the right side. As he drops the ball, it's on the ground as Holmes dives in. We'll see who comes up with it, but it looks like Jet Holmes is first to it. As Jet Holmes recovers the fumble, Rebels have the ball. 1st and 10, Rebels deep in Water Canyon territory. Don't see who knocked it out, but Jet Holmes was the one to recover. 41 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Rebels have the ball deep in Wildcat territory. What a job there. Back-to-back plays by the Rebels defense. Special teams, technically, the first one. Punching at the ball when it's getting a little far away from the body of Wallace Cook, the junior. As when he was carrying the ball, instead of having it tight to his body, he has it out and loose as the Rebels are able to punch it away twice. They line up 2 receivers to the left. They send Jet Holmes in motion. They snap it to him. Throw back to Carter Hoffman as he's going to got some space to run out across the 20. to the 15, to the 10, cuts back, touchdown Rebels! Trickery there, credit Jaden Desch with the block on the outside. Rebels go on top, 19-0 on the Station on Main scoreboard. They pulled another trick out of the bag. This time it works. Carter Hoffman with a receiving touchdown from Jet Holmes. 19-0 Rebels on the Station on Main scoreboard. 30 seconds to go in the first quarter. If I'm not mistaken, that's technically Jet Holmes' first passing touchdown.
No, he had one earlier in the season too, Daniel Smith, in one of the lopsided wins.
Well, I stand corrected. Desch on for the extra point. Snap good, hold good, kick is through. Rebels are on top, 20-0 on the Station on Main scoreboard. As this time we're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, we'll have the rest of the third quarter for you, or excuse me, the first quarter for you, as you're watching the 2023 Your Troubles varsity football team online at mylocalradio.com, as well as listening in on 98.3 KDQ.
Great signage is an important component to any successful business. It lets your customers know they have arrived at your doors, and it's a constant advertisement of who you are. When you install LED signage, you're taking it one step further. The ability to create color messages that move is an attention grabber. Plus, you can change the message whenever you would like. Make your business stand out with an LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign, providing service, installation, and maintenance on all signage. Rocky Mountain Sign, licensed in Wyoming and Utah. Call today for a quote, 307-789-5202.
Welcome back inside the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth, as returner is Aaron Barlow. He'll take it at his own 2-yard line, cuts at the 20, where he's wrapped up, taken down by Sam Leifson.
And Carter Grohl.
Yeah, he got by Leifson, but Leifson did not give up on the play, came back. Him and Grohl make the play, as it'll be 1st and 10 Wildcats from, looks like, their own 22-yard line with 24 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. If you can believe it, we're still in the first quarter already.
Well, Water Canyon's last possession started with 46 seconds to go in the quarter, and the fumble and a 1 touchdown toss, we're back in action.
Johnson in the gun. Gets the snap. He's going to hand it. They drop it in the backfield. Johnson picks it up. He's able to rumble forward, picks up no gain on the play, but is able to turn what was going to be a disaster into no loss on the play. Great job there by Johnson as the clock winds under 10 seconds. And I think that's going to be the final play of the first quarter. But Water Canyon is going to line up, see if they try to draw the Rebels off sides with 2 seconds and 1 second. Quarter is over, as the Rebels, outside of the fumble, I don't think it could get much better than the 20-0 lead on the Station on Main scoreboard. As you're watching those 2023 Your Troubles varsity football team online at mylocalradio.com, as well as listening in on 98.3 KADQ. We'll have the second quarter for you right after this.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in industrial construction and support services since 1982. From insulation and scaffolding to paintings and coatings, our crews are standing by to assist with new construction, maintenance projects, facility shutdowns, and more. Contact us today to ensure your assets are protected and functional. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth in the middle of the 2023 Your Troubles varsity football team online at mylocalradio.com, as the Rebels are on top 20-0 on the Station on Main scoreboard. As we head to the start of the second quarter, it's going to be 2nd down and 10 for the Wildcats, ball placed at their own 22-yard line. As the Rebels defense, Coach Larson talked about it in our pregame coaches show interview brought to you by Bear Lake Memorial Hospital, that this Water Canyon team marched the ball on them pretty good, as they're going to hand it to Rylan Barlow across the left side, and he's going backwards, as about 5 of the 8 players on defense make the tackle for the Rebels, as that will be spotted at the Water Canyon 20-yard line. Loss of 3. Trickery on the end around. Rebels are ready, though.
Noah Perry, number 2, had that start. And little note there, Aaron, that is number 12, Raiden Lutz, senior, who just entered the ball game.
It's good to see, as Lutz, of course, last time he played was against Lyman, fortunately back from his injury. Johnson in the gun. He's going to split 3 receivers to the left. He's got a tight end on the right side of the line of scrimmage. As he gets the snap, looking to throw. Wanted to throw the screen. He's going to throw deep, and that is going to be picked off by Jaden Desch at the 40-yard line, to the 30, to the 20, cuts back, and he is going to put both arms around the ball. Rebels with another Takeaway on defense. This time an interception brings it back inside the Water Canyon 20-yard line. Rebels will start in the red zone up 20-0 with 11-11. Make-A-Wish left on the scoreboard here in the second quarter. Rebels will get the ball at the 19-yard line as Desch read that one like a book.
Yeah, that ball had a lot of air underneath it, and that's a center fielder coming up to make a play.
So they faked the screen to the outside and wanted to go deep, and the Rebels defense was all over that one. They're going to send 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. As Noah Perry, the deep back, Hoffman under center. Play clock's down to 4. As Hoffman gets the snap off in time. Net. It is going to be a delay of game penalty. So here at the Zions Bank Arena, there's a play clock at field level on both sides, so it should be easier for the Rebels to get the play in. They got to be quicker with their mechanics as the clock's winding under 19 left to go.
4th penalty for the Rebels for a total of 25 yards. That's probably one of the squeaky points of the game so far, Aaron.
That clock winds to 5 again as in the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Rebels get it off. It's going to be the option to the left as Hoffman pitches to Perry out across the 21 where he's pushed out of bounds by the Water Canyon defense. Gain of about 4 on the play. They'll bring up 2nd and 11 as they're actually going to give him the 19-yard line, so the ball will be spotted where it began. Got the penalty yardage back.
Yep, picks up the 5 penalty yards.
At the 19-yard line, 2nd down.
Wildcats had that one pretty well read. They forced that one pretty wide.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Hoffman gets the snap. They're going to run the option to the right side. As this time Hoffman's going to cut upfield, makes a man miss at the 15, out across the 10. As Hoffman took a ride on a defender's back, they're going to mark him down at the 10 though. As that's going to bring up 3rd and 1 as he picks up 9 on the play.
And again, a good vision of Carter Hoffman to make that cut upfield. And again, we talked about this early in the season there with 8-man. You make one man miss, and you're into the next level.
They split 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Noah Perry the back in the backfield, Hoffman under center. They got Desch one-on-one at the top of the screen. As they pitch to Perry, out across the 10-yard line, got the first down. Rumbles, lays his head forward, picks up an extra 2 as he makes contact with a defender, goes down after a gain of about 4 on the play. Good enough for a Rebel first down at the 6-yard line, but that's the way to finish a run for Noah Perry.
At the 6-yard line, it is 1st and goal for the Rebels.
Looks like here comes that big ugly formation for the Rebels. Looks like they have 5 linemen in there. They're going to take Desch off the field as they're going to bring Riker Hoffman on. As the play clock winds down to 10, Rebels line up in the I formation. Noah Perry, the fullback. Riker Hoffman, the deep back. They give to Riker across the left side. Makes a man miss. Back out across the 5 to the 4 as they'll pick up about 2 on the play. It's a great job by Riker as he was hitting the backfield to bounce off that hit, going across the left side, comes back, falls forward, picks up 2. Ball will be spotted at the 5-yard line. Be 2nd and goal for the Rebels. Still got the 2 tight end formation in. Hoffman is under center. No back in the backfield as they're going to motion Noah Perry over. They're going to give to him across the right side. He's hit immediately. Still going, though. Falls forward. Picks up 3 on the play as he was hit at the line of scrimmage by one of the Wildcats players.
Number 40, John Wayne West.
Part of the all-name team. As the Rebels get the ball to the 2-yard line, it'll be 3rd and goal from the 2. Got to imagine this deep in Water Canyon territory, I don't think the Rebels are settling for a field goal. One receiver split out to the left as Noah Perry's the deep back. 5 linemen in as they give to Perry up the middle. He is into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. Noah Perry finishes it off from 2 yards out as the Rebels go on top 26-0 on the Station on Main scoreboard, pending the PAT. Be Carter Hoffman the hold, Desch to kick with 8:11 left to go in the second quarter. Rebels on top 26-0 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Snaps good, hold down, kick through as the Rebels go on top 27-0. As when we come back, we'll have More of the second quarter. You're watching the 2023 Your Troubles varsity football team online at mylocalradio.com, as well as listening in on 98.3 KDQ.
The best trips away from home always come when you know you're among friends. This is Coulter Patterson, General Manager at the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper, Wyoming. I invite you to stay with us every time you're here. We've got the absolute best staff. Lots of our team members have been working together for years, and we feel like we're a happy family. I guarantee you'll feel that when you come stay with us. We're always glad that you choose the Come On In, and we'll do everything to make your stay comfortable and relaxing. The Come On In Hotel and Suites is the best place to stay because we have the best staff in Casper. Come on in today.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plain Stars broadcast booth in the middle of the 2023 Your Troubles varsity football team online at mylocalradio.com. Dash to kick, back deep to return for the Wildcats. Number 7, Aaron Barlow. And I believe that's number 25, David Barlow. Aaron on the left, David on the right, as the Rebels are going to pooch it to the Water Canyon 30, as they're going to have to jump on it. They can't have control. It's still on the ground. Water Canyon finally falls on the ball, not before it comes all the way to their own 22-yard line, as Tesh does a little celebration as he placed that ball perfectly, let it roll down the field. Water Canyon unable to field it cleanly, as Tesh is pointing to Drake Weston, going this close for it to be a Rebels recovery, because I think they just kicked the ball into space, let the Wildcats recover, take them out of their special teams play. Johnson in the backfield. He's got a back next to him. We're going to
illegal substitution. They had 9 when they broke the huddle.
I think they have 9 on the field right now still. It's always a tell when that player goes running to the sideline. I often wonder sometimes, would it be just safer to run it with 9 players on the field?
See if they catch it.
See if you can sneak it by. 1st and 15 for the Wildcats from their own 17-yard line. Johnson gets a snap, drops back to throw, looking to throw. Pump fakes, pressured as he's going to have to step up in the pocket. Taken down. Great play by
Carson Muirbrook.
As it's going to be a gain of 1 on the play as Johnson turns what was going to look like a sack into a 1-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 14.
Number 68, Carson Muirbrook.
7:49 left to go. Rebels on top, 27-0 on the Station on Main scoreboard. As we got 7:42 left to go here in the first half of play. Water Canyon comes out, breaks the huddle. They're going to go 5 linemen across the formation. Fullback is Jessup, as they're going to give to him across the left side. That's a good tackle there by Jet Holmes. It takes some guts to tackle big number 72 out of the backfield. Jet Holmes, fearless, goes after his knees. Gain of 4 on the play. But like we talked about, Jessup is a big load to take down. That forces 3rd and 10 for the Wildcats. Great tackle there from Holmes. I formation. Johnson under center. Gets the snap. They give it to Jessup again. The ball's on the ground, as I think Jessup was able to fall right back on top of a gain of 2 on the play. It brings up 4th in about 7 as the Rebels are sending the punt return unit back out.
And the Rebels did this last time, Aaron. You've got a deep return man and an up return man because you never know the length of the punt.
As Johnson stands on his own 15. Snap, good. Kick is away as Desch stands at the 50-yard line. Fields it, has some space to work with. Cuts across the right side to the 40. Gets a block out across the 35. Cuts back, still on his feet at the 35. To the 30, has some space if he can get to the outside, to the 20, to the 10. That's coming back on a block in the back that all 5 of the officials threw the flag. I was about ready to throw the flag too. As Desch scores the touchdown, it's going to come back to about probably the 35-yard line, as that's a block in the back against the Rebels. As Desch is a little bummed out as he worked so hard across the right side to the left side, all the way back, scored the touchdown, but unfortunately it was a block in the back. That is the right call by the officials. But almost in that case, Desch already had the man beat. I think that was just more trying to lay the groundwork of being a physical football team. And it's kind of unfortunate. It takes 6 points off the board. But the Rebels offense will start at the Wildcat 40-yard line, so still really good field position for the Rebels. Here comes the Rebels offense. They're on top, 27-0 on the Station on Main scoreboard. 6:19 left to go in the second quarter. 1st and 10 Rebels from the Wildcat 40-yard line, as it feels like the majority of this game, Rob, has been played in Wildcat territory.
It has been, and the time of possession is completely lopsided, but I haven't got that information.
Rebels with the big ugly formation out there. 5 linemen across. They send Jet Holmes in motion. They're going to fake it to Holmes, pitch to Perry, out across the 40, has some space, makes a man miss to the 30, to the 25 before he's hauled down at the 23-yard line by Johnny Johnson as a touchdown saving tackle there. Gain of about 17 on the play. It'll be 1st and 10 Rebels from the Wildcat 22-yard line.
That's the same play we ran in 11-man quite often, Aaron, but the result is completely different in 8-man than it is in 11 because of that lack of secondary.
I also like what they did there. They used Jet Holmes to throw the touchdown pass back to Carter Hoffman. This time they use him as a decoy, pitch it to Perry, and Noah makes the rest. As 1st and 10 Rebels, Wildcat 22-yard line. They send a man in motion as Hoffman fakes the pitch. He's going to keep it, cuts upfield to the 20, makes a man miss out to the 15 as he skated by the defender at the 20-yard line, picks up an additional 5 yards. They'll bring up 2nd down and 3.
Yeah, he made a juke move on Johnny Johnson, number 3, but number 7, Aaron Barlow, makes the tackle.
Clock winds to 5:30 left to go. 2nd and 3. Ball placed on the Wildcat 15. Rebels got to get to the 12-yard line for a 1st down. They're going to split 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Hoffman in the gun, Perry in the backfield next to him. Hoffman gets the snap, fakes the throw. He's going to pass on a bubble screen to Desch, makes a man miss at the 15 to the 10, and he is hauled down after picking up the 1st down. Good patience there by Jaden to allow that hole to open up on the bubble screen, and Rebels pick up the 1st down. It'll be 1st and goal Rebels from the Wildcat 7-yard line, looking to punch this one in. They're up 27-0 with 4:55 left to go in the 2nd quarter. As you'd have to say, Rob, this has been, I don't know if you can draw up a better start for the Rebels outside of the fumble on the opening drive. Defense has been perfect. In fact, they've faced less than 3 plays on average per drive so far here in the first half. They've been incredible. Rebels break the huddle. Shotgun formation. Perry next to Hoffman. He looks to throw. Fires. Has Desch caught at the 5-yard line. Looking to make a man miss. Out across the. Cuts back. Goes backwards out across the 5-yard line. Gets those yardage back. Hauled down at the 4. As the same bubble screen. Looks like they're trying to get Desch into the end zone. But in 8-man football, Desch has shown great patience on those bubble screens. As he's able to, as we saw on that punt return that was called back, he's able to make some people miss. And if he gets out in open space, he's hard to bring down.
Makes a pickup of 3. That's 6 of 8 for Carter Hoffman, who has, I think, completed about 5 in a row.
We are going to get a timeout called by the Rebels, but you're watching the 2023 Rich Rebels varsity football team online at mylocalradio.com, as well as listening in on 98.3 KADQ.
When participating in sports, there's always a lot to talk about performing at the top of your game. I'd like to expand on that and ask, how about performing at the top of your game in every part of your life? This is Dr. Todd Hoover with Hoover Chiropractic. I offer solutions to help improve all aspects of your game called life. Pain management, migraines, allergies, emotional release, nutritional supplements based on blood tests, and improved athletic performance. To help you perform at the top of your game every day, call today to schedule an appointment in Evanston or in Kemmer. Hoover Chiropractic, 307-789-0043.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth in the middle of a 2023 Rich Rebels varsity football team online at mylocalradio.com. 2nd and goal from the 4-yard line. Rebels have the ball deep in Water Canyon territory. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right, empty backfield. As they're going to pitch it to Weston across the right side. Lowers his shoulder into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels, as that's another touchdown pass on the jet sweep to Drake Weston as the Rebels go on top. 33-0 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Pending the PAT. As Desch is on to kick it. Hoffman to hold. It's another touchdown pass for Carter Hoffman. If I remember correctly, that's his 3rd of the day. Kick is on the way, and it is good. As when we come back, we'll have the remainder of the 2nd quarter. As you're watching the 2023 Rich Rebels varsity football team online at mylocalradio.com, as well as listening in on 98.3 KADQ.
When participating in
The best trips away from home always come when you know you're among friends. This is Coulter Patterson, General Manager at the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper, Wyoming. I invite you to stay with us every time you're here. We've got the absolute best staff. Lots of our team members have been working together for years, and we feel like we're a happy family. I guarantee you'll feel that when you come stay with us. We're always glad that you choose the Come On In, and we'll do everything to make your stay comfortable and relaxing. The Come On In Hotel and Suites is the best place to stay because we have the best staff in Casper. Come on in today.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth in the middle of the 2023 Your Troubles varsity football team online at mylocalradio.com as Dash is ready to kick it away. Aaron Barlow and David Barlow back deep to return. Aaron on the right, David on the left as it's a pooch kick to the 30-yard line. That's going to roll out of bounds as the Water Canyon Wildcats get the ball at the 35-yard line. As they tried the pooch kick again, this time it rolls out of bounds.
Three options on the flag. Take the ball where it went out of bounds, have it placed at the 35-yard line, or have a re-kick.
Well, I just found out that you can actually take the ball where it goes out of bounds if you want, but I got to imagine that's for if the ball goes out in front of the 35. Can't imagine the Wildcats are going to take it.
Let's take it on our 21 when we could have it on our 35.
Yeah, that's interesting. I didn't know that, but it makes sense. You know, when you think about if the ball doesn't get past the 35-yard line, why would you move it back to the 35? I formation, you got Big Jessup as the fullback. Johnson under center, drops the snap. They're going to hand it off to the deep back. He's wrapped up after a gain of about 3 by Raiden Lutz. Good to see him make a play.
John Wayne West, number 40, the carrier on that one.
A couple of different ball carriers for this Wildcats team so far today. They're trying to find something, as I think Jessup's going to move from his fullback position back to guard as Johnson in the gun. Wayne West moves to his left. Got a receiver to the right, 2nd down and 7. Fakes the handoff, drops back, looking to pass. Is going to throw in the flats, has a man. That's Wayne West at the 40, where he's pushed out of bounds by a couple of Rebels.
Looks like Hudson Perry and Jeremy Garcia. Good to see Jeremy in there. It's been a little banged up.
That's a really good play there. The ball was caught at the 38. Rebels allow 2 yards after the catch, but they're able to force a 3rd and 5. Wildcats still looking for their first down in the I formation. West the deep back as they're going to hand it Jessup out across the left side, and he is on the move, still going out across the 50 to the 45 as he has a load to bring down, but we got a flag on the play. If Jessup gets into open space, he might not be the fastest runner, but he might be the hardest to take down as it's going to be a hold against the Wildcats. That'll back them up 10. Make it 3rd and less manageable. We'll see where the ball is spotted as it's going to be a spot foul from the 42.
Second penalty on the Wildcats so far in the ball game.
That'll bring up 3rd and 13. It's kind of unfortunate there for the Wildcats. That was in the middle of the formation as Jessup had already broke the run out to the left. I formation again for the Wildcats. Jessup the fullback, West the deep back as it's a play action. Johnson looks to throw, fires, has a man out in the flats at the 40, hauled down at the 42-yard line, short of the sticks. That'll bring up 4th down and 2. Got to imagine the Wildcats have to go for this one if they want to stay in it.
I would believe so. Nice ball by Johnny Johnson.
It's a good catch there by Wayne West as Leifson makes the tackle. I formation, 4th and 2. Wildcats are going for it. Rebels jump off sides, though.
You can pick one of about 4 Rebels on that one, Aaron, because they all jump together. That's automatic first down.
It's a good hard count, and that's the first down of the game for the Wildcats with 3:01 left to go in the second quarter. Wildcats line up in the I formation again. Johnson under center. Jessup the fullback. Wayne West the deep back as it's play action pass. Johnson's got time to throw, looking deep, fires, has a man open off of his hands. Good recovery, though, by Daniel Smith. Got it right this time. Daniel Smith to knock it away, as I think he got his fingertips on it as Daniel Cox was running wide open. Probably would have been a touchdown if it was completed. 2:54 left to go in the first half. 2nd and 10 coming up for the Wildcats. Rebel secondary has been tremendous today. I formation again. Johnson under center, gets the snap, fakes the handoff, going to throw. Looking to throw, has Jessup out in the flats. Caught and popped by Jet Holmes at the 50-yard line. Gain of about 3 on the play as Holmes laid a lick on Jessup.
It's probably obvious to say from our viewpoint, Aaron, but he tackled him quite low on that play.
Yeah. Not only is Jessup he's tall, he's big, he's strong. That's a good tackle there from Holmes. As it's going to bring up 3rd and 7. Johnson in the gun. Gets the snap. They're going to run the quarterback option, has some space as Hudson Perry's there to take him down before he gains the first. As Hudson Perry with a great play from his linebacker spot. Gain of 3 on the right side run from Johnson brings up 4th and about 4 for the Wildcats. As the clock winds down to 2:04.
Going to get a timeout from the Wildcats. They're going to think about this 4th down play.
Yeah, we're going to keep it right here as the Rebels defense, they are hitting hard today. That's a collision between Jessup and Holmes. Obviously, Jet not maybe the biggest man in the world, but Fred Jessup is huge out in open space. He's pretty nimble for a big man. That's good hands. You know, I'm not going to say you don't expect it, but for a guy that I've personally never seen, you know, maybe it's out of necessity this year for the Wildcats, but I don't remember him carrying the ball last time the Rebels played the Wildcats. And I kind of like it for Water Canyon. You know, you get that big frame, you get him moving. It might not be the fastest player in the world, but he's probably not the easiest player to take down. But Holmes, when you reach up like that as a receiver out of the backfield and you feel that corner just coming and spiking you, it's a great play. Obviously, it's a couple plays ago, but, you know, Holmes has been fearless. That's a couple times he's had to tackle Jessup on the outside. He's been willing to do it. You pay a price for it, but.
And Wildcats are missing Kylan Brown, number 24. He's a junior. He's had 9 catches and 70 carries, Aaron. So they've obviously had to retweak the offense with him being out with an injury.
4th and 4, ball on the Rebel 46-yard line. They send a man in motion as Johnson looks to throw. They throw on a bubble screen back. One-on-one on the outside as Holmes wraps him up, makes the play. Jet Holmes on fire here in the game today as Jet Holmes makes the one-on-one tackle on a throwback pass play. Rebels take it back, turnover on downs after the gain of none on the play. What a play there again by Jet Holmes.
We talked about this early in the season, Aaron. 8-man, it is pretty much you're on an island, one-on-one on many occasions.
Rebels will get the ball at their own 46, and I do believe this is their second worst field position outside of the opening kickoff in the first half. Hoffman under center. He's got 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Perry the deep back. Hoffman gets the snap. He's going to hand to Noah up the middle. Bounces off his own man. Gets to the outside. Has a lead block. If he can make Barlow miss, but Barlow with a great tackle as Desch had the last defender pinned in a block. If Noah's able to get away from him, that's probably a long touchdown run for Noah Perry. Picks up the first down as he gets all the way out across the 45 to the 48-yard line.
I think the hardest hit.
42, excuse me.
I think the hardest hit Noah took on that one was running in the back of Jordan Johnson.
So he pinballed right off of Jordan, kept it going. Rebels split 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Hoffman under center, Perry the deep back. As they're going to hand to Noah up the middle. Bounces off his man again, cuts it back up the middle. He's going to lose, or actually he's going to pick up 1 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 9. As Barlow makes the tackle again, as well as John Wayne West. 1:15 left to go here in the half. Rebels are going to huddle up. I don't know if they're in a hurry to score up 34-0 on the station on main scoreboard. As Holmes is going to run the play in. See what the Rebels do here. That play clock winding under 14 seconds left to go as Holmes actually subs in for Hoffman. As it'll be Jet Holmes under center. Noah Perry the deep back. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. There's 4 on the play clock. Snap. As Holmes looks to throw, fires to Hoffman out. Riker Hoffman outside, has some room across the 40 to the 30. It's a foot race to the pylon before he's wrapped up. Taken down by the last defender as he is hauled down out of bounds at about the Wildcat 23. They're going to mark it at the 24-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Rebels. 39 seconds left to go in the half.
Makes Jet 2 for 2 in the ball game with 1 touchdown.
39 seconds left to go. Holmes is still going to be under center throughout this play. This could be Jet Holmes' game the rest of the way as the Rebels are up big. Holmes under center. Perry the deep back. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Holmes gets the snap, hands to Perry up the middle. He is stopped after a gain of 1 on the play. 35 seconds left to go in the half.
Number 12, Rylan Barlow on the tackle.
Rebels are going to call timeout with 27 seconds left to go, and we're going to keep it right here as we'll discuss this first half for the Rebels. Rob, You know, we try sometimes there's not a lot to be nitpicky about. Today's one of those days. There's obviously things, the fumble on the first drive, but they've cleaned that up, the penalties. But, you know, you're going back from 11-man to 8-man football, and I think that's been some of those penalties. But Rebels' offense has been great. So is the defense.
Yeah, pretty smooth. A lot of positive plays. I don't think there's been a negative play on offense, but we can't say the same for the Wildcats, as they've picked up 1 first down in the first half, if I believe.
Yeah, and that came on an offsides.
That's true.
Granted, we don't know if the Wildcats would have gotten the first down as it was 4th and 2, but, you know, you've only allowed 1.
Looks like Carter Hoffman's coming back in on the field to take the quarterback slot. Can you name that band, Aaron?
You talking about Rush?
Yes, thank you very much.
Come on now.
I was just going to try to make a football connection.
As in the Rebels should rush the ball? Is that what you're at?
Yeah,
there we go. It's never too early for puns on a Friday morning as the Rebels hit the field up 34-0 on the Station on Main scoreboard. 27 seconds left in the half. Hoffman under center. Noah Perry, the deep back. A receiver split out each way as they give to Noah up the middle, out across the 20, rumbles forward. Rebels are going to have to go quickly as there's 20 seconds left to go in the half.
Aaron Barlow, number 7, on the tackle again.
15 seconds to go. Rebels under center. They snap the ball, and they're going to spike it. That'll bring up 4th down and about 3. See what the Rebels decide to do here is here comes the kicking tee as Jaden Desch looks like he's going to get an opportunity at a field goal.
Jaden Desch in to attempt a field goal.
They're going to reset the game clock to 9 seconds.
It is a 34-yard.
Hoffman has that left knee down at the 24-yard line. This will be a 34-yard attempt from the left hash for Jaden Desch.
I'm not sure, Aaron, on the uprights, if they are different on this field compared to a regular high school field.
They're going to move Daniel Smith back to the right side of the formation. Snap, good, hold, good. Kick is on the way, and it is good as Jaden Desch puts a exclamation point on this first half. Rebels go up 37-0 after a 34-yard field goal. As with 4 seconds left, Rebels will have to kick it away one last time after scoring. As Desch will have those duties as well. 4 seconds left to go in the half. If you're the Rebels, what do you do here, Rob? I mean, you don't want to kick it out of bounds. It's an automatic penalty, but you don't want to give Water Canyon any life heading in. Even a 30-yard return could give the Wildcats some life heading into the locker room. See what the Rebels decide to do here. Desch, of course, is perfectly capable of bombing that ball through the uprights.
I think you can squib this and get those last 4 seconds off the clock, but again, not going for the sides of the field, but maybe more in the center of the field.
Back deep to return is Aaron Barlow and David Barlow. They are standing on their own 5-yard line as Desch gets the whistle. We are back under play as Desch end-over-end kick is going to bounce through the end zone. You can also just do that for a touchback. As when you have that ability, it's a weapon in high school football as the Wildcats will get the ball at their own 20-yard line. Got to imagine they're going to kneel this one out, try to get to the locker room.
They are going to get the kickoff to start the second half.
Rebels defense hits the field with one fewer player. Oh, there's Carter Hoffman. Okay. Let's say they had 7 on the field at the moment. Here comes number 8 being the 8th man as Johnson in the gun. He's got Wayne West to his right. Gets the snap. He's going to fake the handoff, keep it himself out across the right side. Has some room out across the 30 before he's hauled down at the 33-yard line. Well, that'll be the end of the first half. As you are watching the 2023 Rich Rebels varsity football team online at mylocalradio.com, as well as listening in on 98.3 KDQ. As they're still out on the field, we'll see what they're not calling a penalty. They're just trying to get the players off the field. As we are watching the 2023 Rich Rebels varsity football team online at mylocalradio.com, as well as listening in on 98.3 KDQ. When we come back, we'll have the Hometown Drive-In halftime show
The Hometown Drive-In has been helping families celebrate and create happy memories at beautiful Bear Lake for generations. With amazing burgers, fries, and other Hometown Drive-In favorites, the food is always delicious and everyone in the family will find something they love. Whenever you're at Bear Lake, make sure you stop. Beautiful blue water and Bear Lake raspberry shakes have been making people smile for generations. Put a smile on your face at the Hometown Drive-In, Bear Lake.
Rich School District has a legendary history of student success in the classroom and in other areas. Over 70% of Rich High students are involved in extracurricular activities. Participation in the classroom, on the field, in the gym, or on the stage helps students reach their potential. Working together with students, the community, and an amazing staff, we have the opportunity to build tomorrow's leaders. Rich School District, focusing on success, one student at a time.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth. When we come back, we'll have this week's T7 Propane Standout Student of the Week. As you can see, the Rebels are on top 37-0 on the Station on Main scoreboard as we are in the Hometown Drive-In halftime show. When we come back, we'll hear from this week's T7 Propane Standout Student of the Week, Kason Huffaker.
Great signage is an important component to any successful business. It lets your customers know they have arrived at your doors, and it's a constant advertisement of who you are. When you install LED signage, you're taking it one step further. The ability to create color messages that move is an attention grabber. Plus, you can change the message whenever you would like. Make your business stand out with an LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign, providing service, installation, and maintenance on all signage. Rocky Mountain Sign, licensed in Wyoming and Utah. Call today for a quote, 307-789-5202.
Whether it's for your home, your ranch, your equipment, or your business, when you need propane, count on the best. T7 Propane in Woodruff. The safe and professional team at T7 Propane offers quality product and the most responsive propane service in the area, so you can enjoy the affordability, reliability, and efficiency of propane. For heating, cooking, grilling, motor fuel, and more, count on the team at T7 for your personal or business propane needs. 435-793-4208.
This is great news. Freeway Tire in Evanston will match any published tire price. That means you don't have to sacrifice quality of service anymore to get the best price on new tires. When you choose Freeway Tire, you can be sure you're getting excellent, professional, quality service and the lowest price on new tires. Plus, we offer routine maintenance and more extensive repair work. If you need roadside assistance, we can help with that too. Freeway Tire, stop in today.
Here with Kason Huffaker, this week's T7 Propane Standout Student of the Week. Kason, how you doing today?
Doing pretty good.
That's good to hear. So it's your senior year and playoffs, sir. Friday, man, right around the corner. It's got to be an exciting time. You guys had the bye week last week, so how'd the week of practicing go?
Week of practicing actually went really well. I kind of got switched over to tight end from tackle, which was pretty new for me, but I'm really excited to go to work this week.
So you guys are getting ready for the state semifinals game this week. Talk to me about what it means to take part in a game like that. Last year, you guys took place in the first ever 8-man playoff game. This year, you're looking to accomplish, trying to finish. This year, you guys are trying to get back to, or this year, you guys are trying to get to the finals match. Just go ahead and talk about what it means to play in the playoffs this year.
Well, I really think back to fifth grade me when I was watching high school football, and seeing that dream of winning a state championship just in my hands it's surreal, and I'm super excited to be able to go out and play.
So this will be the second year of transitioning from 11-man football to 8-man football. As a player, do you think that first year helped? And if so, what are the challenges that you guys are still facing this year going back to 8-man?
I mean, it is a big challenge, I guess, when you switch from 11-man to 8-man, but the only thing that it really affects is the two tackles being gone and me being a tackle. Like when I'm out in the field as a tackle, I'm also an eligible receiver, so me having to learn how to be a tight end and a tackle at the same time has probably been the biggest challenge for me personally. But as a team, I haven't really seen much of a challenge from moving from 11-man to 8-man.
So what you're saying, that a touchdown pass to Kason Huffaker is now possible?
It might be. You have to ask Carter Hoffman.
Hey, just to let you know, Panay Sewell last year for the Detroit Lions, he's a right tackle. He made a catch. He has a reception to his name. name, so anything is possible. It is also your senior year, so what about being a senior has really stood out to you so far? I know we're getting to near November. It's been a couple months. What has stood out about being a senior?
It does feel really weird because I felt like I matured really fast from junior year to senior year, and so has a lot of the guys on the team, and I'm just really grateful that we got such a great squad and that we're all in this process together, and I'm just grateful.
Tell me a little bit about yourself. What are some of your hobbies? What are some of the things you like to do outside of school?
Two of my biggest things, I'm big into collecting colognes or fragrances, and I'm also really big into playing guitar. I've loved music for a really long time. It's just a big part of my life, you know. Probably one of my dreams would be to start a band and become successful. You know, I don't really see it happening, but, you know, I might pursue a little bit of it. But, yeah, my biggest hobby, I'd say, probably playing guitar.
Oh, you never know until you try, but one that caught my attention is collecting cologne. What's your favorite cologne?
It's my favorite cologne. There's one from Killian called Angel Share. This nice boozy cognac note, a little bit of sweetness behind it, and it is just spectacular. It's my favorite.
Gotcha. I used to collect cologne a little bit too. One of my favorites I still have is either Red Polo 2 or I really like the Cambridge British Laundry. I really like that one. That one's probably my favorite, I would say. One last question for you, Kaysen. What should the world know about you?
Well, we're ready. I'm ready. I'd say that.
We want to thank Kaysen Huffaker for being a part of this week's T7 Propane Standout Student of the Week interview on the Hometown Drive-In Halftime Show. When we come back, we'll have some first half highlights brought to you by the town of Woodruff as you're watching the 2023 Your Triples varsity football team online at mylocalradio.com as well as listening in on 98.3 KADQ.
If you've never heard a mechanic say they truly care, then you've been at the wrong place. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff is a family-owned and operated business open since 1992. Offering all types of maintenance and repair services, you can be sure your vehicle is operating at its best. Whether your vehicle is older or the newest model, gas or diesel, we fix and maintain them all. Also offering chip repair, windshield replacement, and tires. When your vehicle needs a mechanic, bring it to the ones who truly care. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff.
Established in 1872, Woodruff, Utah has a long history of good neighbors helping each other succeed. Woodruff was built with hard work, integrity, and a sense of community that can be felt every time you visit. We have always celebrated all students in academics and extracurricular activities, and we cheer on our rich rebels. Woodruff, Utah, a great place to live.
Welcome back inside the Les Schwab Flames Tires broadcast booth in the middle of the 2023 Your Triples varsity football team online at mylocalradio.com. Rebels on top, 37-0 on the station on main scoreboard. It is time for some Town of Woodruff first half highlights. And Rob, I hope you took a deep breath because this could go a while.
Well, the one misstep of the game for the Rebels was the first possession. Rich took over on their own 40, or the Wildcat 43, thanks to a nice kickoff return by Hudson Perry. Unfortunately, on the second play of the game, or the third play of the game, was a fumble. Wildcats take over on their own 46, but after 3 and out, they punted, and the Rebels put together a 10-play drive that I think indicates what the offense is doing. Ended up with a 39-yard touchdown pass from Carter Hoffman to his cousin Riker Hoffman that put the Rebels up 7-0 with 4:49 to go in the first quarter. Wildcats go 3 and out on 3 incomplete passes. Rich takes over, and a touchdown pass from Carter Hoffman to Jaden Desch, 11 yards. The PAT is no good, and with 57 seconds left in the quarter, it is Rich 13-0. Fumble recovery by Jet Holmes gives the Rebels the ball right back, and Jet Holmes then throws a touchdown pass to Carter Hoffman. A switcheroo by the Rebels. PAT is good, and it is 20-0 with 30 seconds to go in the first quarter. Wildcats throw an interception. Jaden Desch takes it to the house. Unfortunately, there's a block in the back, so the Rebels take over. 2-yard carry by Noah Perry into the end zone, 27-0 with 8:11 to go in the second quarter. Wildcats punt, and Rich with a 3-yard touchdown toss from Carter Hoffman to Drake Weston makes it 34-0. And after a turnover on downs by the Wildcats, Rich puts in a 34-yard field goal by Jaden Desch to make it 37-0 at halftime.
Yeah, what a first half for the Rebels, both offensively and defensively. Special teams were awesome, too. I mean, Desch, if you think about it right now, he is, 6 of 7 on extra point? Nope, 4 of 5 on extra point attempts, 1 of 1 on field goal attempts. Overall, had a pretty good day kicking as well, as a couple of really big returns for the Rebels special teams as well. All 3 phases getting it done for the Rebels here at Zions Bank Stadium as we are at halftime of the state semifinals game. The Rebels looking to punch their ticket to the championship game next week at Southern Utah University. As when we come back, we'll have the rest of the Hometown Drive-In halftime show and the start of the third quarter. As you're watching the 2023 Your Troubles varsity football team online at mylocalradio.com, as well as listening in on 98.3 KDQ.
Whether you're recovering from an injury, just had surgery, or you're dealing with a chronic condition, Evanston Regional Hospital Physical Therapy will help you every step of the way to reach your goals and get back to doing what you love. In addition to the top-of-the-line facilities, we are the only physical therapy clinic in Southwest Wyoming with a full-size therapy pool and spa for aquatic-based treatment. Call today to schedule an appointment. Evanston Regional Hospital, helping you get your life back.
The Hometown Drive-In has been helping families celebrate and create happy memories at beautiful Bear Lake for generations. With amazing burgers, fries, and other Hometown Drive-In favorites, the food is always delicious and everyone in the family will find something they love. Whenever you're at Bear Lake, make sure you stop. Beautiful blue water and Bear Lake raspberry shakes have been making people smile for generations. Put a smile on your face at the Hometown Drive-In, Bear Lake.
Welcome back inside the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth as you're watching the 2023 Your Troubles varsity football team online at mylocalradio.com, looking to punch their ticket to the state finals state finals game next week. Rebels on top 37-0 as they are in the driver's seat and about 6 cars ahead in the fast lane, I would say, for that goal. But that doesn't mean you can come out and just gaff off the second half. You have to come out and you have to put your foot on the gas pedal, and you want to put an exclamation point on this game because you don't want to let Water Canyon back in.
No, they've got a powerful offense. They can put some points on the board in a hurry. First half stats for you, Aaron. Carter Hoffman, 8 of 10 for 83 yards and 3 touchdown passes. Jet Holmes, 2 of 2 for 48 yards and a touchdown pass. Carter Hoffman with 6 carries for 42 yards. I correct myself earlier. We did have 1 negative play in the first half.
Oh, no.
Noah Perry, 10 carries for 64 yards and a touchdown. The Rebels have 165 yards on the ground and 131 through the air for a total of 296, which isn't bad for a football game, but that's in the first half, Aaron.
Yeah. 37-0 on the station on main score. But like we said, stay focused and get the job done. You are 12 plus 12 is 24 minutes away from punching your ticket to the state championship game. If you're the Rebels, you got to stay on it. You don't want to let them back into the game. If you can come out and get a stop here and then just eat some clock offensively, whether it's just running the ball or quick passes, try to use up some of that clock, eat that clock, and then try to just melt the clock away, as the clock is your friend in this situation. Of course, you got to get that first stop. 2:21 left to go here in halftime as the Rebels are out on the field warming up, playing catch, just trying to stay warm. They're out in the sun, which is nice. It's getting a little chilly up here, outside of the sun. Not complaining at all, but it's kind of a cool open-air stadium here at Zions Bank Stadium.
Looks like the Wildcats ended up with like 25 yards of offense, and that's doing some quick math, Aaron, in the first half.
Yeah, and 1 first down. The Rebels' defense has been awesome. I think the defense might still be averaging 3 plays per drive.
Total.
Yeah, as they forced a bunch of 3-and-outs early in the game, recovered a fumble, and then got an interception.
Yeah, 2 turnovers for the Wildcats, 1 for the Rebels, and that's been the key to the Rebel wins this year, is winning the turnover margin.
Rebels on top. 37-0 on the station on main scoreboard, as I think they just reset the clock to 3 minutes, because I looked over last time we checked, it was 2:47. I just saw 2:40 roll by, as the clock seems to be slowing down here at halftime as we are ready to get back underway.
Looks like the Rebels are going to be using some of the younger players in the second half, which I would expect to happen with that big of a lead. Should be a running clock in the second half with the 37-point lead, correct?
Should be. Just kind of depends on if they change that rule for playoff football, and kind of hope that it's a running clock here for the Rebels. I mean, they're up 37-0. I don't think Rich wants to pour on 80. I mean, Water Canyon scored 80 against Whitehorse. I don't think the Rebels want to do that. I think they just want to come out here, control the clock, and just run it out as best they can. Of course, remember last time the Rebels played Water Canyon, they came out and they scored a touchdown on their first drive against the Rebel starters. So I think the Rebels are looking to rectify that a bit, as they don't want that to happen again, as I think that's probably going to be about the only point of contention they had in the locker room. My big question for you, Rob, is what do you say to the players in the locker room?
Well done. Nice job. Keep it up. Great start. This is what they've been prepping for. And we saw a few of the hiccups early on, as they did have a little bit of personnel difficulty trying to get players in and out, and got a couple penalties for illegal substitution. Water Canyon got one of those themselves as you're trying to adjust. The other penalty, the block in the back, that I really didn't think was necessary when Jaden had that punt return into the end zone, but Rebels were still able to score on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, the penalty, it stinks because that was such a good return from Desh. I'm sure Desh would love to have the touchdown, but I also am sure he doesn't care who scores the touchdown as long as they score the touchdown. But, man, he ran a long ways. It was a 40-yard return that I'm sure he ran about 70 yards back and forth across the field. He had a touchdown like that in the first game that these two teams played, as they put 12 minutes back up on the clock. We are about ready to go here for the second half.
The nice thing on that return, Aaron, was Jaden kept his head up and could see that the other side of the field was open, and he was able to cut back and get some blocks in the center of the field and make it through.
Yeah, if you get a cutback in 8-man football, it's almost a guaranteed touchdown. At least it's always going to be a chunk play if you can get that cutback to the open side of the field. And I think the Rebels' vision in 8-man has been spectacular for a team that's played a lot of 11-man football. It's probably nice when you're rounding that corner, when you hit the edge, to see that there's only, one defender there instead of 2 or 3, that there is an 11-man as the Rebels hit the field. Looks like Desh will kick it away while he placed at the 40. Wildcats do the same. As we are ready to go here in the second half, Rebels on top, 37-0 on the Station on Main scoreboard, 24 minutes away from punching their ticket to the state championship 8-man football game at Southern Utah University. As Desh gets the whistle, as Aaron Barlow and David Barlow back deep to return. They're going to kick it short, as that's fielded by Carter Steed, who initially bobbled it but falls on it. Rebels kick it short. Good job by Steed, as this will probably be, I think, the outside of the turnover, this is the best field position of the day for the Wildcats. Here comes the Wildcat offense, as Johnson is going to line up under center in the offset I formation, as Barlow's the fullback, Wayne West the deep back. As Johnson gets the snap, they're going to hand to Barlow on the end around to the left side, as he is pushed out of bounds at about the 44-yard line. Good job by the Rebels defense to stop that.
Jet Holmes, number 6 on the tackle.
Wow, they gave him the 47, where it looked like he stepped out at the 43. Probably a favorable spot for the Wildcats. Rebels defense will have to bounce back. It's 2nd and 5. Johnson in the gun. Wayne West to his right, one receiver to the right. They're going to hand to Wayne West across the left side, as he's going to have space out across the 50 before he is popped out of bounds by Riker Hoffman at the Rebel 45-yard line. 1st and 10. Good job there by Fred Jessup on the block on the left side, as he's the one that sprung that run. Wildcats go quickly. Johnson in the gun. Wayne West to his left as he gets the snap, fakes the handoff to Wayne West. Johnson's going to keep it up the middle, out across the 45 to about the 40, gain of 5 on the play. As much like the first game, the Wildcats have been able to come out and get some yardage in the first couple plays of the drive.
Number 24, Riker Hoffman on the tackle.
Johnson in the gun. One of his receivers subbed out, so he has to wait for them to line up. Wildcats want to go quickly. Johnson gets a snap. He's going to hand to Wayne West across the right side, lowers his shoulder, picks up about 2 on the play, make it 3, bringing up a 3rd and 1 for the Wildcat offense. Clock winds, the 10:25 left to go. As Riker Hoffman with another tackle. 3rd and 2. Maybe about 3rd and 1.5 coming up for the Wildcats offense. I formation as Jessup is the fullback, Wayne West the deep back. Johnson under center. As he drops the snap, they're going to hand to Jessup. He is wrapped up, taken down, short of the yard to gain as he gains none on the play. As the Rebels defense makes a huge play there. As a Rebel comes up, shaken up on the play, as Jessup's a big dude. He landed on, I think, Carson Meerbrook.
Yeah, Carson's going to take a step out. And Wildcats going to take timeout.
I think it's the injury timeout is why they came off the field.
Colby Stokes, number 64, taking a spot for Carson.
Yeah, as the injury timeout, because Carson came off the field, they're going quickly. As it's 4th and 1, Wildcats are going to go for it. Ball spotted on the Rebel 37-yard line. Johnson gets the snap. He's going to fake the handoff to Wayne West, keeping himself out across the 35. Good enough for the first down. As the drive continues, 37-0 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Clock winds under 9:25 left to go in the 3rd quarter. If anything for the Rebel defense, at least this drive for the Wildcats is eating about 3 minutes worth of clock and more. Johnson in the gun. Wayne West to his right. He's got a receiver split out both ways. Gets the snap, looking to throw. Fires quickly, has Barlow out in the flats as he's wrapped up. Taken down immediately after a gain of 12 on the play. As Barlow makes the catch. As they're going to get a timeout called by, I believe, the Rebels, as the Wildcats wanted to go quickly. As you're watching the 2023 Your Rebels varsity football team online at mylocalradio.com, as well as listening in on 98.3 KDQ.
Buying or selling real estate can be fun, especially when you have a realtor that's working hard on your behalf. Gary McKee and the team at Bear Lake Realty have unparalleled industry knowledge, experience, and local expertise. The team at Bear Lake Realty will work to get you the best price. Whatever you're looking for, buying or selling, residential, commercial, year-round living, half shares, quarter shares, or income property, hire the best real estate company, Bear Lake Realty. Log on today, bearlakerealty.com.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth, as it is time for what would be the Bear Lake Realty fan cam if we had the video rights. Of course, we don't have those video rights, but for all your Bear Lake or realty needs in Bear Lake, call Bear Lake Realty 435-946-8888. To move it back to the live cam, Johnson gets a snap, looking to throw, fires to the end zone, and that is caught for a touchdown. As the Wildcats score 37-6 on the Station on Main scoreboard. If it's a closer game, I'm going to go ahead and guess that's probably offensive pass interference. But it's 37-0, and Rebels defense has been good so far. They give up the touchdown. Looks like the Wildcats are going for two. Two backs in the backfield. You got Wayne West and Rylan Barlow. They're going to throw to the outside. That's caught as Wayne West falls down short of the goal line. 2-point conversion's no good, as the Wildcats score a touchdown to make it 37-6 on the Station on Main scoreboard. When we come back, we'll have more of the 3rd quarter as you're watching the 2023 Your Troubles varsity football team online at mylocalradio.com, as well as listening in on 98.3 KDQ.
Rich School District has a legendary history of student success in the classroom and in other areas. Over 70% of Rich High students are involved in extracurricular activities. Participation in the classroom, on the field, in the gym, or on the stage helps students reach their potential. Working together with students, the community, and an amazing staff, we have the opportunity to build tomorrow's leaders. Rich School District, focusing on success, one student at a time.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab broadcast booth as the kick is away, fielded by Weston at his own 20, picks it up, makes a move at the 25 to the outside, has some room, some space out across the 40, one man to beat, to the 50, to the 40, to the 30, Water Canyon territory. Rebels are going to pick that touchdown up right back. Touchdown, Rebels! Drake Weston with the 80-yard kickoff return as the Rebels go back on top. As the Rebels extend their lead again, as Weston with a good kick return, 43-6 on the Station on Main scoreboard before I could even put that touchdown up for the Wildcats. Weston punches it to the end zone. As pending the PAT, clock will continue to wind after the touchdown as the Rebels go right back to the running clock. Hoffman to hold, Desch to kick, Noah Perry to snap. As that clock winds, under 8 minutes left to play. We're going to get a flag on the play.
Got offsides?
We do.
They must have made contact through the neutral zone because the ball had not been snapped yet.
I think with a kick, they might just call that because if you get a running start at a kicker, he's in a bad spot. You know, you'd hate to see a kid get an extra head start and then get an attack at the leg of the kicker. Snap good, hold good, kick is good. Rebels on top 44-6 on the Station on Main scoreboard. As we're going to keep it right here as with 7:46 left to go in the ball game. Rebels, or excuse me, in the third quarter, Rebels on top 44-6 as that clock will wind. See if the Rebels defense can come out and get a response here. They're up big, and I'm sure they're not real happy with the touchdown scored for the Wildcats. As that tee for the Wildcats was still out on the field after the kickoff return. Rebels will kick it away as I don't see Desch. Looks like Easton Eborn's going to kick this one away.
His new nickname, Aaron, is East on Fire.
East on Fire.
East on Fire. So he's on fire. There you go. He was out of the Eastonator, so he went with the on fire.
David Barlow, Aaron Barlow standing at their own 10-yard line to field the kick. As Eborn gets the go-ahead. Approaches, kicks it away. Ball, low line drive kick that's knocked down by Barlow like a shortstop at the 15-yard line out across the left side to about the 25 where he's wrapped up, hauled down by the freshman Wilkes Weston. You love to see some players make some plays that don't typically get to play a whole lot. Wilkes right there makes the play on special teams. They'll bring up 1st and 10 Wildcats, ball inside their own 27-yard line.
Clock starts to wind.
See if the Rebels defense can respond here. They're probably not happy with the touchdown that they gave up. Heck of a drive, though, for the Wildcats as Johnson's in the gun. Wayne West is the back in the backfield. Gets the snap. They're going to Johnson's going to keep it across the right side. He is hauled down by Carter Hoffman, quarterback on quarterback tackle right there as they give some pleasantries there. Of course, Johnson still probably friends with a lot of these kids as we talked about a lot more in the first game that this is kind of a, it's one of those matchups where you're playing against some of the friends you grew up with. It's a lot of fun for, I think, Johnson. Unfortunately, he probably wanted to go better than it has, but he's in the pistol. Wayne West, the deep back, as he gets the snap. They're going to hand it on the end around to number 13, Isaiah Barlow, as he is wrapped up at about the 30-yard line, pushes and lunges forward to the 28, picks up the extra yard. Actually, they're going to make that the 29. Brings up 3rd down and 8 for the Wildcats offense.
Tackle made by Carter Hoffman again.
3rd down at the 31-yard line.
See what the Wildcats do here. It's 44-6 on the Station on Main scoreboard. That clock continues to wind, under 6 minutes left to play. As we're going to line up in the I formation. Jessup, the fullback. Wayne West, the deep back. Wildcats go play action as the throw is in the air, incomplete. As it's Carter Hoffman on the coverage as Drake Weston laid a hit on Johnny Johnson. That brings up 4th down. See what the Wildcats decide to do. Rebels are assuming they're going to punt as they're going to send Hudson Perry back deep to return. Johnson's going to line up as they are punting at his own 18, or make that his own 22. Clock winds under 5:27 left to go. 44-6 on the Station on Main scoreboard. As Johnson gets the snap. Punt is in the air as Perry runs up to the 50-yard line, makes the catch on the run. Great tackle on special teams by Aaron Barlow, or else Hudson Perry had a full head of steam in a hole that he could have probably been running still. With 5:15 left to go, Rebels offense will hit the field as it looks like it will be the majority of their starters.
Yet to see. Looks like it'll be Jet Holmes under.
That's Carter.
That's Carter.
Clock winds to 5 minutes to go. Rebels in the gun. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. As Hoffman gets the snap, they're going to run the option to the right side. Cuts upfield, out across the 45. Cuts back to the left side of the field. Makes a man miss at the 40. Dances his way to the 45-yard line as Carter Hoffman picks up 15 on the run. That'll be another 1st and 10 for the Rebels, this time inside the Water Canyon 34-yard line.
And 25, David Barlow. At the 34-yard line, it is first down Rebels.
I do like what Carter did at the end of that run, where he saw that he was going to be gang tackled by 3 people. Instead, he dives forward, tucks the ball in, makes sure to keep the ball in his hands, and doesn't take a big hit as the Rebels are playing for next week, it seems like, with the clock running with 4:23 left to go. Rebels with a big lead, 44-6. They're going to run option to the left side. They pitch to Perry out across the 30 as he's going to run out of bounds. Actually, he's hauled down at about the 30-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and about 6. They're going to give him the 29, actually, 2nd and 5. Clock winds to 4:09 left to go. As Rebels have earned the running clock. Noah Perry, the deep back. They're going to send 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Hoffman under center. As Hoffman's going to have a quarterback keeper up the middle, had some space, makes a move to the outside, and is tackled there. Good tackle there by number 50, Riley Jones, the sophomore. If he doesn't make that tackle, Carter Hoffman can high step his way to the end zone as there was no one there. Good tackle there from Jones. 1st and 10. Ball placed at the Wildcat 22-yard line.
Carter now with 8 carries for 65 yards in the ball game.
Hoffman under center. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Noah Perry, the deep back. As Carter keeps on the read option, cuts out across the 10. It's going to come back. We have a flag on the play.
Flags all over the place. Probably a hold on the Rebels.
It looked like it was a legal block in the back, maybe. It didn't look like he had a closed hand. We'll see how they mark it off. But I think Carter got a free ride from Noah there on the.
He kind of got slingshotted ahead by Noah when they couldn't decide who was going to hang on to that one or if it was going to be a handoff.
It is holding against the Rebels. The ball will be backed up to the Water Canyon 30-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 20. Rebels have put themselves in this position a couple times today, but they've been able to overcome it for the most part. Hoffman in the gun, 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Perry in the backfield. So Hoffman gets the snap. They're going to run the option to the left side. Hoffman pitches to Perry out across the 30 to about the 26-yard line.
He is met immediately by Riley Jones, number 50.
We'll bring up 2nd down and 16. As the clock winds, the 2:45 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Rebels are going to bring Jet Holmes in. Take Carter Hoffman out of the game. Maybe a couple less hits because the game is well in hand for the Rebels. I won't say they have won it yet, but they have the ball. Deep in Water Canyon territory as Holmes empty backfield. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. As Jet gets the snap, drops back to pass, looking, throws, and that is incomplete. As we get a late flag on the play. Noah Perry, when he was running that route, was grabbed and pulled. That's going to be a pass interference call. Great call by the back judge, as I thought they were going to let it go just because of the score, but instead it's going to be, I believe, a 15-yard penalty, possibly half the distance to the goal. We'll see where that lines the ball up.
It's going to be enough for the 1st down, either way, or the penalty, so.
It was 2nd and 16. It's going to be half the distance to the goal because they're inside the 25. Well, it makes it 2nd and 4 for the Rebels offense. A little more manageable. Actually, they're going to move it forward to 2nd and 2. Holmes under center. He's got 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. They send Hudson Perry in motion from near to far side. They give to Hudson on the end around. Has the 1st down for the moment, but flags on the play. Dives for the end zone. They're going to call him out of bounds. Not really going to matter. Rebels will be hit with the hold.
Yeah. It looks like Hudson's still limping a little bit from that punt.
Yeah, he took a shot on the punt return. As that collision with the pylon sent it all the way to the back of the end zone. Bring up 2nd and 11 for the Rebels offense. Ball will be marked at the Water Canyon 23-yard line.
Now, penalties could be one of the things that Rebel coaching staff can address in the post game.
Rebels send 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Holmes in the gun, empty backfield, gets the snap, rolls to his right, looking to throw, looking deep, fires to the end zone. That is going to be caught by Sam Leifson. Goes up, jumps the ball, takes it away from the defender. Touchdown Rebels. Leifson with the receiving touchdown. Rebels go on top 50-6 on the Station on Main scoreboard, pending the PAT. As the defense was good on that play, they were on top of the coverage. Leifson did a good job getting underneath, jumping for it, and getting the jump ball, hauls it in for the touchdown, as they're going to have Dylan Fonsbeck with the extra point attempt.
Jet Holmes with the hold.
A little peek into the future of what could possibly be your holder kicker combination. Ball down, kick on the way, and it is no good, pulled to the left. And, you know, that's a good time to get Fonsbeck out there. If he's going to be your kicker of the future, especially with Desch being a senior, that's not the worst thing in the world. Let him get out on the field, and if he's going to miss, you'd rather miss when you're up 50-6 than when you need the extra point. Fonsbeck's going to be a little disappointed, but I think he pulled his head on that kick as he pulls it to the left. We're going to keep it right here with 1:11 left to go here in the third quarter. 50-6 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Rebels on top. As they're going to send the kick unit out there. Referees are ready to go. The Wildcats are ready to go. Aaron Barlow and David Barlow back deep to return. Aaron on the right, David on the left. Easton Eborn will kick it away.
Jet Holmes stays perfect, 3 for 3 with 2 touchdown passes, thanks to the pass interference on the one incomplete that he had. Can't be much better a line than that.
No, I was going to say that's efficiency right there.
It's like one of the trainers from the facility here is working with Hudson Perry on that ankle.
Ball falls off the tee as Eborn's going to have to re-tee it.
Yeah, the clock's still been running. And it still continues to run.
See if the Rebels can possibly run out the quarter before the kickoff. Nope, Eborn gets it away. Fielded by Aaron Barlow at the 20-yard line, out across the 30, cuts back, has some space, out across the 40 as he is taken down there.
Carter Stokes, number 63, and Wilkes Weston, number 4.
Wildcats will start on their own 45-yard line. Good return there from Aaron Barlow. As the clock winds to 10 seconds, they're going to stop it with the change of possession. As the clock is going to start winding, I don't know if the Wildcats are going to be able to get a play off. As the clock winds to 4 seconds, 3, 2, and we are heading to the fourth quarter as you're watching the 2023 Your Troubles varsity football team online at mylocalradio.com, as well as listening in on 98.3 KDQ.
We're off to the rodeo. My Local Rodeo is proud to bring you live streaming coverage of high school rodeo from Utah and Wyoming, as well as the Intermountain Icebreaker of the National High School Rodeo Association's Western Legacy Series in 2023 and 2024. If you're interested in becoming a broadcast sponsor and advertising your business to the most loyal group of viewers in the country, you won't find a better opportunity. Call us today to claim your spot, 307-789-8116. That's 307-789-8116. We're off to the rodeo.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth in the middle of the 2023 Your Troubles varsity football team online at mylocalradio.com. Rebels 12 minutes away from punching their trip to the state championship game as they'll play the winner of Monticello and Altamont. They will play in the next matchup here. Johnson under center in the offset eye. Wayne West, the deep back. They're going to give it to Wayne West to the left side as he is hauled down immediately as it's Stokes again on the tackle. As I believe that is Carter, number 63, as Colby Stokes comes onto the field. It'd be kind of easy if both of them made the tackle at the same time. Twins one number apart. It's pretty hard to tell sometimes. Johnson under center. Gets the snap. They're going to hand to Aaron Barlow on the end around. He's running backwards to the 40 as he's hauled down. What a defensive play by Jet Holmes. Have a day, kid. As he drops him for a loss of 3 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 13. Rebels have been very disciplined on those end arounds that the Wildcats like to run as the clock winds under 11 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. So we update the station on main scoreboard to reflect that. Rebels on top, 50-6. As they're looking to salt away these final 12 minutes to punch their ticket to the state championship game at Southern Utah University against the winner of Monticello and Altamont coming up next. Johnson in the gun, empty backfield. 3 receivers to his left, gets a snap, drops back, looks to throw. Looks like it's actually going to be a quarterback draw to the left side as he's got some space for the moment, cuts back to the right side, has a lot of room if he comes back this way, is able to do so. Still on his feet out across the 45 into Rebels territory to the Rebel 40. Good effort there from Johnson as it'll be a 1st and 10 for the Wildcats as Holmes eventually makes the play.
And again, we saw the cutback, Aaron. Once you can get back across the grain and the motion of the defense is going the other direction.
Rebels nearly caught with 12 men on the field as Johnson's going to keep it up the middle. Gains about 5 on the play. Bring up 2nd down and 5.
Johnson keeps the ball. Carter Grohl makes the
as
stop.
Carter Grohl makes the play.
5-yard pickup, 2nd and 5.
9:59 left to go in the quarter. Johnson in the gun. Wayne West to his left. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Johnson gets the snap, fakes the handoff, looking to throw, drops back, fires, has a man in the flats, caught, hit immediately at the 45-yard line. Wilkes Weston makes the play. 3rd and 5 coming up as that ball was caught by John Wayne West as he picks up a ½ yard on the play. And that ½ yard's probably generous.
Yeah, Wilkes right on the spot on that one.
3rd down and about 4 for the Wildcat offense. They come out in the I formation as Jessup the fullback, Wayne West the deep back. Johnson gets the snap. They're going to fake it, hand it off to David Barlow on the end around, and he's going nowhere. Drop for a loss, as that's a fantastic play there on defense for the Rebels, and that is number 9. That is Zenick Stocking with a great play, the junior. Brings up 4th down. See if the Rebels defense can get off the field.
Again, they stay home on their assignments, not taken away by the trickery.
Johnson under center in the I formation. Jessup the fullback, Wayne West the deep back. 5 men across the line as we're going to get timeout called by the Wildcats as the play clock was at 2. And we're going to take a timeout as well as you're watching the 2023 Your Troubles varsity football team online at mylocalradio.com as well as listening in on 98.3 KDQ.
The best trips away from home always come when you know you're among friends. This is Coulter Patterson, General Manager at the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper, Wyoming. I invite you to stay with us every time you're here. We've got the absolute best staff. Lots of our team members have been working together for years, and we feel like we're a happy family. I guarantee you'll feel that when you come stay with us. We're always glad that you choose the Come On In, and we'll do everything to make your stay comfortable and relaxing. The Come On In Hotel and Suites is the best place to stay because we have the best staff in Casper. Come on in today.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth. 50-6 on the station on main scoreboard. 8:24 left to go in the 4th quarter. Wildcats offense faces 4th and 6. They have to get to the Rebel 30-yard line for a 1st down. As I'd say the Rebels, younger defense as they got quite a few juniors, some sophomores, and a freshman out there, I believe. Johnson in the gun. Gets a snap, looking to throw, fires quickly. That is incomplete. Great play there again by the Rebels defense, and I believe, once again, that was Zenick Stocking as he knocked that one away. Wildcats turn it over on down. Rebels ball, 1st and 10 from their own 36-yard line.
Had the pass right in his belly, but Zenick got his hand in there as well.
Well, we'll see what offense hits the field as both Wilkes Weston and Jet Holmes are out on the field. Both of them play quarterback, as I believe Wilkes got some time in in a couple of blowouts in 8-man as well. Clock winds under 7:55 left to go. I believe that's Holmes under center. Gets the snap. He's going to keep it around the left side, out across the 40 to the 45. Has the first down, cuts back upfield. Stiff arms a man to the ground as Jet Holmes into Wildcat territory. 1st and 10 Rebels.
Taking down my number 50, Riley Jones.
As Jet put Xander Wright on a highlight reel with that stiff arm. As it'll be 1st and 10 from the Wildcat 47-yard line. 7:41 left to go as they're trying to wind the clock. Clock starts to roll. Holmes under center. Carter Grohl, the deep back. Wilkes Weston lined up as a slot back. As they're going to hand to Wilkes. Ball's on the ground. He picks it up. Has some space out across the 40 to the 35 before he is finally taken down. Doesn't make it to the 35. Out across the 40 to the 38 as Weston avoids disasters, able to pick it up. That's Wilkes Weston, able to pick up 10 on the play on the end around to the right side.
Aaron Barlow on the tackle, number 7.
Rebels break the huddle. Holmes in the gun, has Grohl to his right. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. As Holmes gets the snap, he's going to fake the handoff to Grohl, looking to get to the outside, out across the 35 before he's hauled down after a gain of about 3 on the play. As it'll bring up 2nd and 7 from the Wildcat 35-yard line.
Fred Jessup, number 72, that we've talked about quite a bit, Aaron on the tackle.
Yeah, he did a good job getting to the outside, getting to Jet Holmes, because Holmes is quick. Jessup was able to extend the play, push him out to the sideline, only allowed 3 on the play, where if Holmes gets to the outside, who knows what happens. Holmes under center, Grohl the deep back. Got 2 to the right, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. They send Wilkes in motion. They're going to pitch it to him to the right side. Cuts up at the 30, out across the 30-yard line, close to that first down marker. Gain of about 8 on the play.
Now, again, Fred Jessup again on the tackle. Got Wilkes' ankles on that one, and he's got a long reach.
As we got an injury on the field. We're going to head to a timeout as well as you're watching the 2023 Rich Rebels varsity football team online at mylocalradio.com. Actually, we're going to keep it right here as the injured party hopped up and is going to come off the field. Aaron Barlow appears to be no worse for wear. The clock will wind, 5:52 left to go in the 4th quarter. Rebels sending some fresh faces out on the field. And number 32,
Bodie O'Mealy.
Yeah, comes out. He's going to line up as a slot back where Wilkes Weston was. Carter Grohl, the deep back. Holmes under center. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. They're going to give to Carter up the middle. The ball's on the ground, and it'll depend on who has it. I think the Wildcats do based on their reaction. 5:23 left to go. Rebels turn it over. That's unfortunate for Carter as he got his first touch and it got punched out. See what the Wildcats do here is that clock will continue to wind under 5:20 left to go. Johnson under center. Jessup the fullback as the Wildcats wait for one more player to get on the field. Rebels too. As Johnson gets the snap, hands to Jessup around the left side. He is taken down after a gain of about 3 on the play. Does a good job falling forward. So it looked like that was Raiden Lutz with the tackle. It's going to bring up 2nd and about 6. Wildcats in the hurry up. As Johnson under center. Gets the snap. He's going to hand to West, the deep back, as he'll roll forward for about a gain of a half yard. They're going to bring up 3rd and 6 with 4:39 left to go as Wasden makes the tackle.
Yep, number 11, Dylan Wasden on the tackle on that one as the Rebels continue to rotate players through.
Johnson in the gun. He's got West next to him. We're going to whistle and a timeout called by the Water Canyon Wildcats.
The play clock was getting pretty close.
4:15, or excuse me, clock stops with 4:16 left to go. Rebels have all but punched their ticket to the state championship game. And Rob, what has stood out to you? Obviously in the second half, it hasn't been the same dominance, but I'd say the varsity team did their job in the first half. And it allows some of the younger players to come out on the field, make some plays. You know, Carter Grohl unfortunately fumbles. But, once again, we talked about with missing the point after attempt from, Fonsbeck. You'd much rather do it now, have them get out on the field, make their young mistakes, because they are young players. Not a lot of sophomores get an opportunity to carry the ball in a state semifinals game, so they're young players. And, if they're going to make the mistakes now, you can live with that. It's the difference between winning 56-6 versus winning, 50-6.
Yeah, the depth of the Rebels is definitely showing through on the second half. That'd be the thing that stands out to me because of the younger players. But they've had some great JV games, and there's been other varsity games when you have 11 that a lot of those players have gotten time.
Yeah, and this is against the Water Canyon starting offense, too, that these young players get to play against. So it's a real good opportunity for them to get much better. Is Johnson in the gun. He's got a receiver left, receiver right. We got West in the backfield with him. As the Rebels nearly jump offside, they stay onside. Johnson gets a snap, looking to throw, looks left, has no one. He's going to scramble to his right, cuts back up across the field. As the Rebels had him, weren't able to take him down. He's going to get the first down out across the 40 as Johnson picks up the first with 3:47 left to go.
Number 75, Jack Wakefield, credit him. He's beyond the play, comes back and makes the tackle from behind on Johnson.
It's unfortunate, though, because the Rebels had him trapped in the backfield. He was able to escape. 8-man football, it's a little easier to get out of the pocket, and it's tough to, especially with a mobile quarterback like Johnson, it's tough to keep him in that pocket. Shotgun formation for Johnson. Has Wayne West in the backfield with him. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Steps up, fires it to the sideline. That is nearly intercepted by Carter Grohl as he makes a great defensive play there. So the intended target on the play was Aaron Barlow,
He's been nicked up a couple times in the last few plays.
He's been popped a couple of times. That's a tough play with all of Carter's weight landing on him.
Credit Aaron for being a senior, his last chance to be in a high school football game, giving it everything he's got.
Yeah, these Wildcats, they're not quitting, and you have to respect that. I formation, as the Rebels are able to get that last player off the field. They hand to...
No, I think they got the flag on it anyway.
They hand to Jessup, who stopped after a gain of 2 on the play. I think they might have been on the sideline, might have been one step off the sideline before the snap. Oh. They're actually going to wave it off. They did get off in time. That's a good job by the far side official noticing it, going to the side official, making sure he was it wasn't off the field before the snap, as it's going to be 3rd and 6 for the Wildcats. They have to get to the Rebel 49-yard line to pick up the first.
No gain. Oh.
They gave it to Jessup on the handoff, as Wildcats are going to do the same here. Jessup has the ball, and he is gang tackled by about all 8 defenders for the Rebels. And that's sometimes what it takes to take that big man down. As I think you can almost credit 7 of the 8 players with half a tackle on that play. Clock winds at 2:22. It'll bring up 4th and 1. Make that 4th and 2. Ball on the Wildcat 49. They got to get to the Rebel 49. As they're going to line up in the I formation. You got to imagine they're going to big 72 again. Actually, Johnson's going to keep it up the middle. He's going to pick up the first by about a yard. Clock will continue to run under 2:06 to go. Or they're going to stop it to move the sticks. Now they'll start to wind the clock. As Wakefield makes the tackle. Clock under 2 minutes to go. Rebels on top, 50-6 on the Station on Main scoreboard here in the 4th quarter. As the Wildcats have a little confusion on the play. Johnson in the gun alone. They have a tight end on the right side of the formation. As Johnson gets a snap, looks to throw, steps up in the pocket. He's going to run, has some space out across the 45 where he's tripped up from behind. It's a great tackle play there by number 67, Rylan Go, the freshman.
Goff,
excuse me. As we're going to get a timeout from the Wildcats. As you're watching the 2023 Your Troubles varsity football team online at mylocalradio.com, as well as listening in on 98.3 KADQ. We'll be right back after this.
When participating in sports, there's always a lot to talk about performing at the top of your game. I'd like to expand on that and ask, how about performing at the top of your game in every part of your life? This is Dr. Todd Hoover with Hoover Chiropractic. I offer solutions to help improve all aspects of your game called life. Pain management, migraines, allergies, emotional release, nutritional supplements based on blood tests, and improved athletic performance. To help you perform at the top of your game every day, call today to schedule an appointment in Evanston or in Kemmer. Hoover Chiropractic, 307-789 889-0043.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth. They put a couple seconds back on the clock, 131. It'll wind to 127 before they get the playoff with the running clock. Johnson in the gun gets the snap. They fake the handoff, run the option to the right side. They're going to pitch it late to Wayne West out across the 35 to about the 37.
Carter Grohl, number 1 on the tackle.
Yeah, the clock stops for a moment while they reset the sticks before it winds again. All of this is just field dressing to make the final score look better. If you look into the stats in the first half, though, I don't know if there's a way to do that, as they hand it off to Barlow across the left side on the end around, taken down in open space.
That would be Aiden Weston, number 88, I believe.
It's a great tackle there from Weston. As that was Kylan Brown, is David Barlow on the run as the Wildcats. They look to the sidelines, 50 seconds to go in the game, 50-6 on the station on main scoreboard.
I think the Rebels have 7 players on the field. They're going to have to call timeout. Missing one out on the field.
We're going to keep it right here as you're watching the 2023 Your Troubles varsity football team online at mylocalradio.com, as well as listening in on 98.3 KDQ. 39 seconds left to go in the game. Rebels have to take a timeout.
Well, 2 players came off. I think only one of them was supposed to come. Well, the Rebels take care of business, Aaron. They anticipated this one as they watched the playoff bracket. They get the bye in the first round. Water Canyon takes care of Whitehorse 26-0, and not quite the same score as the first matchup in August, but pretty close.
Wildcats looking to punch one more score in before the end of the game. Field dressing on what's been a dominant performance from the Rich Rebels. If you look at the times when the varsity starters were out there, it kind of tells the story of the game. It's Johnson in the gun. He's got Wayne West in the backfield with him. Gets a snap, looking to throw, drops back, fires to his left as that ball is caught by Barlow, and he is going to score. Touchdown Wildcats. With 23 seconds left to go. It's a bummer for the Rebels defense, but it is what it is. They scored again, 50-12 on the station on main scoreboard.
Second catch by Aaron Barlow.
Makes the score 50-12 on the station on main scoreboard as they're going to go for 2 here. I formation. Snap, they're going to hand it Jessup up the middle, and the big man's going to rumble in for the 2-point conversion. As I don't think the Wildcats should ever run a 2-point conversion that's not that play. He's almost tall enough to where if he falls forward, he could possibly pick up just 2 yards falling forward when he gets to the line of scrimmage. See what great Jessup is, because that could be a huge weapon for Water Canyon going forward. As Fred Jessup
I think he's
is a senior, though.
Yep.
As he comes in at 6'6", 260. Imagine being a freshman trying to take him down in a 2-point conversion, goal line to go situation. 50-14 on the station on main scoreboard as pending the kickoff. This will probably be the final play. See what the Wildcats do here if they're going to try to kick an onside. As the Rebels will hit the field. They're going to send Grohl and Wilkes Weston back deep to return. They'll stand at their own 20-yard line as they're going to kick before the Rebels are even set, which will be fielded by Grohl at the 30. Comes up the middle, out across the 40, lowers the shoulder, and it picks up about 20 on the return as the clock's going to wind to 4 seconds, and I believe the offense is just going to have to run out on the field before they before they start the clock and end it. They're going to just end the clock right now as they wind it. Rebels offense comes off the field, and that'll do it as the Rich Rebels punch their ticket to the 2023 8-man state championship game as they defeat the Water Canyon Wildcats 50-14, as the scoreboard probably doesn't reflect how uneven this matchup was. When we come back, we'll have the Independent Software Solutions postgame show for you as you're watching the 2023 Rich Rebels varsity football team online at mylocalradio.com, as well as listening at 98.3 KDQ.
Dealing with computer problems can be frustrating and make you wish for your own personal IT guy. Now, everyone can afford an IT guy. Independent Software Solutions has served customers in Wyoming and Utah for over 20 years. We develop software, handle system and network administration, repair personal and business computers, and sell accessories. Independent Software Solutions is your one-stop computer business solution. Call today, 307-789-1978. Let Independent Software Solutions be your IT guy.
We're off to the rodeo. My Local Rodeo is proud to bring you live streaming coverage of high school rodeo from Utah and Wyoming, as well as the Intermountain Icebreaker of the National High School Rodeo Association's Western Legacy Series in 2023 and 2024. If you're interested in becoming a broadcast sponsor and advertising your business to the most loyal group of viewers in the country, you won't find a better opportunity. Call us today to claim your spot, 307-789-8116. That's 307-789-8116. We're off to the rodeo.
This presentation on mylocalradio.com is also brought to you in part by Hoover Chiropractic. With over 3 decades of experience, Dr. Todd Hoover can help you with all the chiropractic work you need, plus x-rays, blood work, a weight loss program, and can help you get rid of allergies and migraines. Dr. Todd Hoover with Hoover Chiropractic in Evanston.
Fast, fresh, delicious. 3 words that describe your experience every time you enjoy a delicious meal with Jimmy John's. Utilizing the freshest ingredients, home-baked bread, and professional sandwich building skills, the team at Jimmy John's always delivers a mouth-watering sandwich to satisfy any hunger. Jimmy John's. Freaky fast, freaky fresh. Visit any of our locations today in Evanston, Rock Springs, Sheridan, and Gillette.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth, as it is time for your Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap on the Independent Software Solutions postgame show. Rebels win 50-14, and we turn it over to Rob Leifson for that Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap.
Well, let's just go with the highlights from the first half, since this is probably the first time I ran out of drive sheets on a football game. Rich gets their first score with 4:49 to go in the first quarter, a 39-yard touchdown toss from Carter Hoffman to Riker. Rich then gets a 11-yard touchdown pass to Jaden Desch. PAT's no good. It's 13-0. Rich then gets a touchdown pass from Jet Holmes to Carter Hoffman. PAT is good. It's 20-0 with 30 seconds to go in the first quarter. Water Canyon throws an interception, and Rich gets a 2-yard carry from Noah Perry to make it 27-0. Rich throws then a 23-yard touchdown pass to Drake Weston, 34-0. And a field goal right before the end of the first half makes it 37-0 from Jaden Desch. Water Canyon then takes the opening drive of the second half with a 23-yard touchdown pass from Johnny Johnson to number 7, Aaron Barlow. It's 37-6 with 8:36 to go in the third quarter. And Drake Weston takes the next ensuing kickoff 80 yards to the house, 44-6 to keep the clock running, and a 3-and-out on the Water Canyon gives the Rebels the ball on their own 49. A 22-yard touchdown pass from Jet Holmes to Samuel Leifson makes it 50-6 with 1:11 to go in the third quarter. Water Canyon turns it over on downs. Unfortunately, the Rebels fumble, and Water Canyon sneaks in a score right at the end of the game. Again, a touchdown pass to Aaron Barlow and a 2-point conversion make it 50-14.
Yeah, I got to give the Water Canyon Wildcats a lot of props. They came out and they played hard in the second half. It would have been very easy just hang your head and kind of moping. You know, they came out and they played hard. Give them credit. Aaron Barlow has 2 receiving touchdowns. He had himself a pretty good game, all things considered, having 2 touchdown receptions and, getting banged up pretty good, I'd say, throughout the game. There's a couple times where he was coming up slow, but, senior year, You love to see that out of kids that are just playing to the end of the year because, football is the one sport where you just don't get to throw the pads on as an adult and go out and play football anymore. Football is the one sport where you can't do that. Where basketball, you can always play pickup. Baseball, you can always go play catch. But football, you can never really truly throw the pads on once you're done with organized football. As the Rebels win 50-14, they are on to the state finals game between the winner of the next matchup, which is Altamont and Monticello. As you can see some players gathering over on that far side. That game's going to be in about an hour, as the KSL will have that one if you want to check out who the Rebels could be possibly playing next week at Southern Utah University, as the Rebels take care of business here. When we come back, we'll have more of the Independent Software Solutions postgame show as you're watching the 2023 Rich Rebels varsity football team online at mylocalradio.com, as well as on 98.3 KADQ. The precision play of the game coming up next.
Precision, the quality, condition, or fact of being exact and accurate.
Precision is important. Scoring the next point, making the perfect shot, getting the best score. And when you think of your dentist, you want precision to be the first word that comes to mind. That's why patients are so pleased with Dr. McKay Frankum. He provides precision family dentistry at reasonable prices to every patient. Dr. McKay Frankum, call today for an appointment.
Call Dr. McKay Frankum at 789-8910.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth as time for the Dr. McKay Franco Precision Play of the Game on the Independent Software Solutions postgame show. And I have an idea for this one, Rob. I'm going to give it to Drake Weston on that 80-yard touchdown return. Right when Water Canyon got some momentum, the Rebels and Drake Weston just took it right back with an 80-yard touchdown kickoff return. Plus, that's the most exciting play in football is a kickoff return touchdown.
Totally agree.
Is that who you're going to go with, too?
Exactly. I had it written down. You read my paper, Aaron.
Two broadcasters, one mind. Let's go. As when we come back, we'll have your player of the game. And if we can get that one on the same page, because there's a couple of different options today for the Rebels. As you're watching the 2023 Rich Rebels varsity football team online at mylocalradio.com, as well as listening in on 98.3 KADQ.
Whether you're having a great day or not, food always makes it better. Delicious, fresh-cooked favorites like a juicy cheeseburger, a thick raspberry shake, onion rings, fries, or a River Bridge soda. A grilled chicken wrap always hits the spot. And don't forget twisted ice cream cones. They never disappoint. Have the always friendly and helpful staff at the Crawford Trough, and you've got the perfect recipe for a perfect meal. Something tasty from the Crawford Trough always makes your day better. Stop in today. The Crawford Trough, Randolph.
Dealing with computer problems can be frustrating and make you wish for your own personal IT guy. Now, everyone can afford an IT guy. Independent Software Solutions has served customers in Wyoming and Utah for over 20 years. We develop software, handle system and network administration, repair personal and business computers, and sell accessories. Independent Software Solutions is your one-stop computer business solution. Call today, 307-789-1978. Let Independent Software Solutions be your IT guy.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth. Rob, on a count of three, let's go ahead and give our player of the game. See if we can go 2 for 2 on agreeance. Ready? 3, 2, 1, Jet Holmes.
Jet Holmes.
Oh, what? You're supposed to say it at the same time.
You counted too quick. I wasn't ready for the start.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's my bad. I'm not very good at counting.
Well, he was 3 for 3 in passing, 2 touchdowns passes, 70 yards, and a fumble recovery, 2 carries for 19 yards. And he took down somebody that's probably got him by 3 times the weight.
And about a foot. Like, we're not kidding when we say a foot. Jessup is 6'6". I'm not sure what Jet comes in as. I'm sure he'd hate for me to call him 5'6" on the radio. But, that's bravery. The first time they gave the ball to Jessup, it was Jet Holmes sticking his nose in there, making an open field tackle. And then a couple plays later, I think in the next drive, they try to go play action, throw it to him, and Holmes lit Jessup up and probably hit Jessup as hard as he's been hit all year, as that was an impressive performance for not only the Rebels but a lot of players. I mean, we could have gave this to a lot of different players. Carter Hoffman had 3 touchdown passes. A couple of them the jet sweep variety, but they still go down as touchdown passes in the stats. Drake Weston had himself quite the game. He had a kick return touchdown a receiving touchdown. Riker Hoffman had a receiving touchdown to get this thing going. Had a big explosive play. And I think you got to go back to the first play of the game. Hudson Perry, as a freshman, takes the kickoff return back to the 40-yard line, gives the Rebels great field position. Unfortunately, couldn't capitalize on that drive, but it kind of got the ball rolling, as the only time the Rebels were stopped today, I think, were fumbles. That's the only time they didn't score were fumbles. And, sure, you're going to want to clean those up. The fumble in the first half, probably more worried about that one than the one that, a sophomore playing fill-in time. No, nothing against Carter. Carter's a fantastic kid. If you're going to fumble now instead of, next year when he's probably got a bigger load for this team.
Absolutely.
As this is going to lead to our calendar update. And, Rob, we've got one more date. Next week at Southern Utah University, it's a state championship game. The Rebels will take on either the Altamont Longhorns or the Monticello Buckaroos. We'll find out which team in about 49 minutes. This game is about to kick off, as it'll be interesting to see who is playing in this game, as the Rebels will play next week at 10 a.m., correct?
10 a.m., yep. Pregame will be at 9:30, and Southern Utah is where the last Rebel state championship came from. So see if we can repeat some history.
If you believe in omens, that's a good one. As until next time, for Rob Leifson, I'm Aaron Poling. Thank you for joining us. Until next time, go Rebels.
The proceeding has been a wholly owned production of MyLocalRadio.com and Cook Brothers Broadcasting, LLC. No portion of which may be used or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Cook Brothers Broadcasting, LLC. Thank you for joining us for this sports presentation on MyLocalRadio.com.